What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wolfpack Wednesdays. I am the Jedi. This is the Wolfpack crew. This is also episode 47. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that little sneak peek of Sneaker himself. I was hoping,
okay, so it wasn't.
It was on purpose, okay. Yeah. But yeah, I just gotta change it up there a little bit. So we are ready for another fun episode. I feel like it's been light on the news. We are going to talk about InArt Batman. It's on the thumbnail. It's part of the cover. Hopefully, we don't offend anybody. But if we do, TF, right? Right, boys? TF. TFB, really. I don't think we will. We're just going to try to look at both sides here of the lens. And we have a very special guest to help us do that. So while I'm introducing our special guest, leave us a like. Say hello in the chat so we know you're watching. And sit back and enjoy the show. And without further ado, let's see who our guest is.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome tonight's Wolfpack special guest, making his way to the stream, a YouTube superstar and friend of the Jedi Knights Watch. Please welcome...
6-figure focus. What's going on, my friend? Thanks for staying up late over across the pond. How are you, my friend?
I just realized I had two tabs open and I was watching on the one with the delay, so I'm going to stop doing this now. Hi, how are you? What's
very,
up,
very well. How are you?
Yeah. I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm awake. That's the best I have to offer for you. But I'm looking forward to having a chat with all you fine gentlemen. I watch you on Thursdays. I know that's sacrilegious. It's Wolfpack Wednesday and a Thursday, but guys got to work.
It's whenever you can watch. It's much appreciated. And you were hanging out with your boys at the pub, and now you're hanging out with your boys here on YouTube. So yeah, full night for you. We're excited that you stayed up late and are willing to hang out with us before you go back to school, right?
Tomorrow I'm going to be hanging full stop. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, as hangover.
Oh,
yeah, that wasn't dirty. That wasn't dirty. That wasn't dirty. I was just like, you.
Typically Thursdays are rough for all of us. Every Thursday is very quiet on our chat, and we're always like, why do we do this to ourselves? But then Wednesday night we just have so much damn fun that it's like we forget every week, and then like I'll wake up and I feel a little like hungover after I like drink a lot more than I thought I would, and but it's all worth it. So it's always good to hang loose and hang out with you guys and also in the chat. So that's what makes this show so fun. So no regrets, but yeah, Thursdays are just kind of a different animal. So good to have you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Rick, how are you doing, sir? Thanks for being here. How was your holiday, as they say overseas?
Yeah, it was great, man. Good few days off. Sorry I missed last episode. Wish I didn't miss it though. You know, I like Calvin. It would have been fun to have a show with him. So, but I get to be on tonight with you guys. Get Shane. So this is going to be a great show. Doing great.
All right, he's back. And then we have
baby.
DLO, the Umbra Trooper, ready to make a statement.
I think I did. I'm limited to 1,500, and everybody wants me.
That's true.
Hello, my brothers. How are we today? Too sweet, and a special double too sweet for our man, Mr. Figure Focus himself, Shane O'Mac.
We need his sound effects when we do it.
Ooh, I love that.
Videos.
Damn.
It's a thing. It's a thing, and I haven't been copyrighted yet. So
I know it's like at first I thought about Star Wars when I heard it. Now I think about your channel. Seriously, like
it's true.
Yeah.
But I'm doing great. Happy that we are here for another special episode of Wolfpack Wednesday. Light on the news, like Graham says, but very heavy on the drama. And I can't wait to talk about. I want to get into this here. So looking forward to tonight's show. It's gonna be spicy.
All right,
spicy.
And then
whoa! I didn't sign up for this.
I'm
so happy I'm here.
Go to Article C on your contract for tonight's show. It's there. It's there. You ran through legal first.
The fine print. Then we have the man in black himself, Mr. Mysterious Sneaker. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Doing really good. Excited to have Shane on the show. Shane, thank you for joining us at your own risk. Really appreciate you being here, bro. Man, joke's on all of you because I am off tomorrow. So
What? For what?
yeah, I was supposed
Lucky
to have
dog.
a play set installed in my backyard, but I'm guessing because of the weather, like late last week, they bailed on that one and delayed it until early May. So I had a day off work planning for that, but I'm just gonna keep it anyways and just have the day off tomorrow. There we go.
Interesting. What kind of play set? Are you going all out? You getting the fort with the monkey bars and the slide and the two swings?
It has a slide. It has a slide. It has a swing set. It has like a mini fort kind of. So I don't know. It's like I don't know, a little over 10 feet high. I think it's not crazy high up there. It's like yeah, not too crazy. But was looking forward to having that for the kiddos. But it's okay. Get a nice day off, and excited to stay up late and not have to worry about it tomorrow.
Exactly. I know.
Sorry, guys.
I always plan like the worst travel days, like the day after Wolfpack. Like tomorrow, I got to travel about an hour and 20 minutes, but it's just how it runs. So not a big deal. Let's go and check in with the chat. I got to scroll up because we do have 49 in the house. Again, don't forget to hit that like button. 51 in the house now. Let's keep that number going. I want Shane to be our good luck guest. I want to hit 100 people in this show. It's something we haven't done yet. That's my goal. It's a hot take. Let's do it. We got Luke Christian in the house. Hype. Awesome to see you. Collector Joey, channel member here. Easy early like for Shane and for the Wolfpack, right?
Hey, thanks, man. Wow, chopped over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Good to see you around.
Prime Time Reviews, another channel member, good friend of the channel as well as myself. Yo, let's go, boys. Too sweet. Thank you for being here, Brandon. We got Doc Bat. Always good to see you here. Hello, friends. Sorry, I need to run. Watch later tonight. Hope everyone has a good night. Christian Cooper, another good friend of the channel. How are you, my friend? Universal Key, good evening. 16GJ, good evening to you, my friend. Thanks for being in the chat. Action in the Box, another loyal channel member. Too sweet. Wonderful Wolfpack Wednesday for everyone. Good to have you, Ricardo. Got Collection Obsession. Throwing that too sweet around. You can't throw it around enough. So thank you. Danny Spachka. Thank you for being here, my friend. I was going to say like some smart ass remark about the new name, but it's just I'm taking a little bit of getting used to Danny Spachka. I just always know Danny is good old Spachka, but it's like we're just going through changes with names. We have Ron's Office. That's a little bit hard to get used to, but I'm trying. We got Brad. Brad, how much snow did you get? We were supposed to get like over a foot, and I think we wound up with 2 inches. So lots of rain down here. But I bet you got the snow up there. We got Batman Collectibles. Let's discuss this InArt Batman. I think we're gonna do a little topic before that, but then we're gonna top off right away with that because it's dynamic. It's divisive. It's gets the people going. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that tonight. We got X-Man Supreme. Okay, got to my hotel, got my food just in time. Are you on a little vacay that you're just gonna hang out on vacay and watch us, or what you up to, X-Man? He's counting down. We got Joven in the house. Made it to another stream. Snagged a Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange. I think it's the best version of him to date. I would concur. DLO, is that the one you have?
I do. I have that one.
Yeah, that one looks really nice. You happy with it?
Need it.
Fantastic. I can't wait for the next one.
It's weird because looking at all the Doctor Stranges, good joke. They all look alike, but at the same time, this one kind of stands out. This one, like compared to the rest, looks like HD, if that makes sense. Just
well put.
Extra special.
Got to get out of my brain. Graham has been in my brain for the last couple weeks here. We've been syncing. We've been syncing our stuff together lately here. But I was just gonna make this new one is like 4K compared to the original, which is like HD. Both fantastic, but just a little bit better detail on the 4K.
Gotcha. Good way of putting it. We got Danger Toys, a new name here. Good to see you catching the live. He says InArt for life. Kind of like an NWO thing going on there too. We got Hammer of God. How you gents doing? Or how you doing, gents? Doing good. Thank you for being here. Darth Tamaris, always good to have you. What's up, everyone? Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, man, it's weird because it feels like a long time ago since we've all hung out, but then at the same time, it doesn't. Like, it's weird. It's like, oh, Wednesday's here already, but then it's like, man, it feels like a while since I've talked to you guys. So we got Adric23, another channel member. We got Stacy. Good evening, collectors. I see lots of familiar names. Yeah, I mean, we have like this family thing going in here that like we all know each other. We all hang out, kind of like sharing the same passions together, and we all get along. So that's something that I really pride in this show as well. Just the every week we have the same people that come and watch, and it means the world to us. So thank you so much. Yeah, Steve's here. I'm out. They call me Queso Blanco. What's cracking? Good to have you here, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Joey's just throwing a little shade at Steve, but it's all good. We got Tighter FL in the house. Striker 47 watching from Philadelphia. Looking forward to WrestleMania this week. I take it you're attending. So congrats. Yes. Good seats.
That's awesome.
Let us know. We got Brandon in the house. What up? Thank you for joining us. This guy, I'm friends with him on Facebook. Great collection. Awesome man cave. And probably the biggest arms you've ever seen. This guy bulks and works out. You don't want to mess with him. You might mistake him for the Hulk on his display pic. He's that ripped. So keep hitting the gym and doing your thing, man. We got Jose Hernandez. Hey, everyone. Just here to fact check Shane. I'm sure he'll love that. We got Daniel in the house. Hey, Shane, did you do your research before hopping on tonight? You watch yourself, Daniel. I want you to behave yourself and don't take anything that we say too seriously, okay? We got Christian Cooper. Graham slapping me in the face with that crosshair at this point. Honestly, I did do this on purpose. I watched the 2 episodes of Bad Batch. I fall in love with the show more and more each week, and I see everybody's tearful, painful cries for a crosshair on BST and on eBay, and it might be a little bit of like, not an in your face, but kind of in your face a little bit. So I don't know, but I love him. I'm glad I got him. So I hope everybody else is able to get him as well. Oh boy, here we go. It's gonna be a fun show, guys. Tonight on a very special episode. We got How You Figure in the house, another channel member. Graham, you may want to keep the stream running a bit longer than usual tonight. Good to see Shane on the show. Love your videos, man. This whole panel is incredible. Let's go. I'm chatty tonight. We also have Daniel Brancato in the house. Hello, everyone. And we got RDS Geek. Hello. Thank you for being here. Adrian, love the profile pic. Charles Woodson is the GOAT. He says, what up, EvilSneaker?
What's up, bro? Good to see you, man.
Got Gio, the movie canon. Good evening, fellow collectors. Good to have you here. West Michigan collector. Hey, y'all watching on my commute back from work. Thank you for joining us. Just drive safe if you are driving, but travel safe. 2 inches of snow is definitely more than enough. I'm ready for spring, but my chat just blanked out for a second and put me somewhere else. Okay. All right. We got one Adam 12. Hey, Wolfpack, it's going to snow in New York tonight. Damn. You're probably getting what we had yesterday. Born Again, howdy fellas. Real quick, what's everyone's favorite pizza toppings?
Great question.
Rick, start with you.
Jalapeno and pineapple. Thin crust. Let's go.
DLO.
Meat lovers pizza. All the fixins.
Sneaker.
Pepperoni, bacon, well done, extra sauce, light cheese.
Gross.
Shane's using the potty. Mine is like spinach and bacon.
Spinach and bacon?
I am so plain that I much prefer just cheese
on pizza.
Oh, it's so
bacon,
good.
like those are two contradictory things.
So many times, and not once have you ordered spinach and bacon.
Oh, and that's because we always have the kids.
Bullshit.
That's because of the kids.
No, we always have the kids, so I can't get what I want.
I gotcha.
So, but if it was my choice, that's what I would go with. Pepperoni is good change up, but I'm very plain. So, and I fear change. We got Wayne Timothy. Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Brad says they got 3 to 4 inches, not as much as expected. X-Man's in Kansas City for the next couple of weekends streaming a volleyball tournament. Nice. Very nice. All right. Get ready for InArt Jon Snow tease. Have we need to see more of the Daenerys.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Look at this guy. EvilSneaker, channel member for 7 months. What an honor and a privilege for me to have him as a channel member. Batman tonight, never forget justice for Joker.
Oh,
Yes.
there'll be some justice tonight.
S tier, baby.
TX Boy 210, good to see you, my friend. I definitely see him in a lot of other streams as well, so definitely a staple in the community, like a lot of you guys. So just thank you for being a positive part of the community and just building each other up. It's kind of makes this hobby so much more fun. We got Dirty South, 009 or 009. Hi everyone, love the content and your streams. Thank you so much. We got Nick's Collectibles. Hello. I'm probably putting Shane to sleep just by getting through all these, but I love to say hi to everybody. Let's see. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anybody. Look at this. We have a new channel member. 1/6 Figure Focus has joined the Jedi Knights Watch.
And I gotta say, I'm kind of team Brick on this one. There are two types of people in the world. There are those who love pineapple and pizza, and there are those who are wrong.
Yes.
So I'm pineapple, jalapeno, pepperoni, olives. Yeah, there we go.
Twisted.
Anybody like shrooms on their pizza?
Nope.
Mushrooms?
Never.
Yeah, dude.
Never,
Sometimes,
never.
but not a regular.
When people say shrooms, it just seems questionable.
It does, right? I second guess the question.
What shrooms are we talking about here?
Now, what you guys need, quite honestly, all of you here, because you guys, I'm not sure if anybody's experienced this yet here, is like meat lover pizza is my answer because that's like if I'm in the mood for something like that. But there's nothing.
That's what she said.
Hey,
Sorry.
You're such an alpha male, DLO.
Continue.
No, but what I was going to say here is that everybody needs to experience a New York slice of pizza at least once. Like that, all the toppings, they're great and all, but nothing compares with a plain pizza from New York. That's all I'm saying.
Well said.
It's the only way I say it.
Do some good.
Have you
Good
been
New
to
York.
Italy?
Have a bit to Italy? Nah, here's not as good. There, I said it.
I'm telling you,
Oh,
man.
Nick's going to WrestleMania
You're
too.
wrong.
Dilo, what's
you
the
done?
main event? What's the main event at
2
WrestleMania?
nights. First night is what? Tag team match, Cody and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. So
Okay.
it's going to be exciting. The Rock's been crushing it.
Yes, he has.
He's been coming back a lot, or what?
Yeah, man. And he's
I'll
like
feel
old
like
school
he's like
Rock.
a
He's
main-
like
he's
bad
a-
guy Rock, man. He like when he was cool.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's been good. It's been fun to watch.
Main focal point of WrestleMania. One of them.
All right.
Thank you.
I
See?
Some highlights.
think we are caught up, guys.
Oh gosh, no, I wish, Nick. I don't have that kind of money. Woo.
All right. We made it through. I want to start with an icebreaker before we get into the InArt Batman. 61 in the house. Don't forget to hit that like button. So I asked on my YouTube page, I did ask some channel members for some input on things that they would like to ask or like to talk about on the stream. And I think if time permits, I want to do that on a weekly basis and give you guys some input. So that is for a channel member only post that I'd be posting every week. So this is from Casablanco, and he says, what piece or what pieces have you picked up that have grown on you over time? Conversely, what was overhyped and is just kind of blah now? So I'm trying to think of something that I picked up that's grown on me. Like I could say Bad Batch has really grown on me, but it grew on me and then I bought it. Like I kind of like turned away from it and then I bought it. So I'm trying to think of something that I've bought that actually grew on me more. Does anybody have anything that they want to jump in?
Yeah, I can start us off here. Mine's like very, very different here. Like if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted a photo of my my Hellboy figure. Very, very much not what I would typically buy, just because movie wasn't that great and all that stuff. But I love the character, especially the original movies, and the figure looked very impressive. At the time, there was like no figure like it there. So I recently took it out and took some shots of it there, and I was like, wow, Like, I rarely look at this figure, but now that I have it in front of me here, this is like quite a stunning piece, and especially nowadays where it's so rare to get something different, off the wall, unique like that. So kind of helps me appreciate it a little bit more, just because it's not part of the big three that I collect. So that would be my first answer.
Okay. Can we count something that we got and then hated, but when we modded it, it looked a lot better?
Suppose you can, sure.
Or a head sculpt.
I mean, you asked the question. It's your rules, damn it.
Well,
sure, why not? I give you permission. Go ahead. What do you want to say, Graham?
Brown then, because I couldn't stand Doc Brown as a stock figure, but once I got the 1/6 kit head sculpt, I have somewhat fallen in love with that figure as well. I'm proud to display it. It looks great in front of the DeLorean. You know, I probably would have sold it if I wasn't going to be getting that head sculpt, because I just really wasn't happy, and it just was lazy of Hot Toys to give us that figure with that reused head sculpt. So that one's definitely grown on me, but since I've gotten a new head sculpt for it. Rick, you got anything?
Oh man, I'm probably gonna go with Electro. I'm gonna go with Electro. I kind of just got him because I love the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and wanted to kind of try to complete the Spider-Man line. And I mean, I guess it's not one of those figures that was on my shelf for a while and I grew to love him, but once I got him, I loved him right away, more so than I thought. But one that I'm kind of like blah now is Ahsoka.
That's
so
a good one.
The opposite. Yeah.
Shane, what's one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, just because they have the new one coming out and all the issues that it had, and afraid to touch it, that whole thing. So,
Shane, what's a figure that's grown on you since you purchased it?
It's a tough question.
Typically, we try to buy figures that we love out of the gate, but it doesn't always happen.
I think, you know what, I'm going to interpret this question as in figures I thought I'd like, but didn't realize how much I'd like. That Mando Luke, I knew I'd like it. I didn't realize how much I'd love it. To the point where I was nearly going to display it without the cloak to show off how good the tailoring was underneath it with that tunic and stuff like that. It nearly seemed wrong to cover it up.
I actually just took my cloak off as well, and it's like a totally new figure.
You know, I said it, but you were thinking it. Yeah. So the tunic is really, really good, but I couldn't pose it with just the tunic. I had it in a way where the pose he's in with the lightsaber opens up the tunics, or opens up the cloak so you could see the tunic. So that'd be the one that grew on me. One that I kind of fell in love with, I gotta say, the Incinerator Trooper. Amazing scene, but the mustard and the ketchup, they got moved on. So yeah.
How about you, Sneaker? What's one that grew on you?
I would have to actually say the Wonder Woman, the Warner Brothers 100 Wonder Woman, which that was early on when I started expanding. And that was when you graciously offered me your Wonder Woman, Graham. Sorry to bring it back up again, but that's what happened. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have it's gonna be cool having a Wonder Woman in my collection, but that figure is S tier. One of the top figures in my collection for sure. Just an incredible figure. So that's probably one that picked up that has grown on me over time. Now looking at it and having it is happy to have it. One that
Unreal
that you would throw that in my face.
I'm sorry.
Carry on.
I wouldn't say one that's overhyped, but kind of blah. But one that I guess is kind of I'm underwhelmed a little bit by is actually this classic suit Spidey that I got, the one from the game, not the comic one.
Okay.
But dude, advanced suit, having advanced suit 2.0, I feel you're just spoiled with that figure for how good it is. And then going back to the older kind of suit material, it's just different. It's just not as good of a figure in general. So it looks cool, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it, to be honest. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. Because the advanced suit is just so good. I just don't know if I necessarily need the classic suit. But yeah, it's just not the same. I was looking, that was the one that, it's still a cool figure. Not sure if I'm going to get rid of it just yet, but I still like it. It's just that's one that I guess comes to mind in my collection. It's hard to pick. Hard to pick one that's kind of not as good anymore. But yeah, that's the one I would go with, I guess.
I kind of like Brick's Ahsoka one because I felt the same way, especially after I snapped the arm. That I was definitely kind of getting over this figure and kind of getting blah. So that's definitely up there. I might copy Brick on this one and just go with Ahsoka as well. DLO, how about you? I don't think you were able to tell us one that was kind of feeling blah over time.
Yeah, something that I bought recently that I've soured on very fast is the Obi-Wan Kenobi Grand Inquisitor. I'm not quite happy with that figure there. Just the way the suit is made, it has a lot of Velcro armor pieces to it there, and they fall off very often. If I pose it a certain kind of way, like they kind of just fall off the figure. It feels pretty cheaply made in my opinion. So I've had this vision of like getting like all the Inquisitors as they come out over time and kind of putting my own Rebels display together. But man, I gotta tell you, if it wasn't for that vision I had there, I probably would have already sold it by now.
Interesting. Batman Collectibles says I was excited for it, but didn't know I love 90s Alfred as much as I do. Such a cool figure with unique accessories. That one did pop into my mind as well. But these guys know I was pretty excited to get it, so I couldn't really say like it grew on me because even before it came, I was just like, yes, I can't wait to get this Alfred, and how is he going to look next to the Batmobile? So, but it did pop in my head as well. We got Thrawn's office in the house. What's going on, Mike Literis? It will live on forever. Thank you for being here, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. Did we miss anybody? We all talked about the one that we've kind of faded on. I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
I think so.
So yeah, stay tuned for more segments like that. Got some other questions from the chat that we're going to get to later on in the show. But having said that, I put out a poll right away because I want to see where we are at as a community on this InArt Batman, because there's been some people on one side and on the other. It's been very divisive, and it's fine wherever you land. There's no wrong answer. It's all subjective to how you see things. But yeah, there's definitely some panic, and there's definitely some people not worrying about it. I'm going to end this poll, and I think this poll speaks for itself as well. 56 votes, 50% are ringing the alarm bells for the InArt Batman, and 50% are not. You can't get any more split than that, and that makes this such a divisive topic that, again, this is all just everybody's opinion. Nobody's right or wrong. We just want to talk about it because it's exciting. I, for one, have this on pre-order, so I, of course, want InArt to do well. Do I have some worries about this? No, because I actually ordered the sculpted, and I personally think that sculpted one, from what I can see, looks a lot better than the rooted. But again, that's just me. Shane, I was watching your video, and you had some good points, kind of starting with InArt as a company first. That, of course, Hot Toys has delays. We all know that. But Hot Toys is also pushing out 75 figures a year. InArt, you could say, with this being delayed over and over again, because I think you said in your episode like last month, they're like, it's coming, and then it's kind of like almost like dangling the carrot in front of us for a little bit here. And is this released? Isn't it? We don't really know for sure. These seem like final images, but I guess what I'm getting at is, you could say on one side, well, they're a new company, so it's going to take time for them, and they're going to have delays because, again, they're new, they're finding their way. But then on the other hand, you could say, but they're new and they're trying to find their way, so they really need to get this stuff out and in the hands of people so that they can continue to grow. So what's your take on this, and where do you stand on the images of this Batman and kind of where it's at today? Obviously, these are just the photos, so take it with a grain of salt. It's not in hand.
So much to say. I am a under promise, over deliver type of guy. If you have a company and you're going to give a 6-month window or a 3-month window, if you say, right, this figure is going to be released in 12 months time, have it released in 12 months time.
Right.
If it's released in 18 months time, have it released in 18 months time. If you know you're not going to deliver, go, right, we're going to go 2 years. And at least if it's a 6-month window, have it released on at least the last month of that 6-month window. Now, let's not forget, you said, yeah, Hot Toys releases 75 figures a year. Fine. Okay. But like Gamora, Endgame, Cap, Loki, Cable, what do they all have in common? They were like 18 months to some of them, I think, nearly 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, they're a new company, fine. But they're kind of still, like, the Joker was out within 12 months. I know those China batches were out fairly quick, or what I want to call them, the influencer batches. I remember John saying the first batches would be released within 12 months to China. I remember him specifically on a live stream saying that. In fairness, they were. Granted, a lot of people didn't get them in hands until like 3 months later, 6 months later, 9 months later. Absolutely. Got that. Completely understand that. But with these guys, I remember messaging InArt directly at the start of, in 2024, it must have been the start of 2023. And they said it was going to come out, I think, Q2 of 2023. And now we're here in Q2 of 2024. So the fact is, they missed the mark, or they missed the deadline.
Right.
I'm a patient person.
Sad
I
Batman.
think, look, I'm a patient person. It's very sad. Cry me a river. He's definitely sorry. I apologize. I apologize for the singing, but like
Voice of an angel.
I'm sorry. Everyone's ears are bleeding. This guy, in fairness, he is very sad looking, but his parents have been murdered, and he is devoting his entire
He doesn't
life
sleep.
to beating people to death with his bare hands, and he's listening to a lot of My Chemical Romance. But look, I love the Batman. Great figure. I'm really looking forward to this. Look, I'm kind of being humorous, but they've missed their mark in terms of their projected release date. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
They announced this just under 2 years ago, okay? And now you're coming up in 2 years. I think, like, is it July or something like that would be 2 years?
It's something around there. I know.
Yeah.
I know the Hot Toys Batman was originally supposed to come out like last July-ish, and this was still neck and neck with that. And then they were both kind of delayed.
We all agree in a panel that they have missed their
right
projected release date, and they've delayed it a few times, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yep.
Would we all agree, now please feel free to disagree with me, would we all agree or disagree in a panel that good things, they do take time? I don't mind waiting a few months if it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I can agree with that.
I don't either. Now, these photos, I don't think it's panic stations yet. I genuinely do not think it's panic stations yet, because InArt do weird shit. Here, look at these perfectly very appealing OCD
Great photo.
accessories in perfect lines. Yeah, I get all that, but like, you know, anyone could do that, like, and it's just the accessories. I want to see the photo of the head sculpt, the rooted one, close up, well lit, high res, full like portrait of the front, the back, the left, the right, so I can actually see if it's turned out as good as the prototype. I don't think that's too much to ask. They do these weird soft releases where they kind of go, this is the final product, these are some mediocre images, and I think that causes a bit of like panic amongst the community. I'm not panicking yet, because I'll wait until I see the rest of the photos and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it's panic stations yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, his head does look a little bit small.
I was noticing that too, and again, it could be the angle, but
it could be the angle.
And
this is my
it's
point.
actually
Graham,
odd because
it's your company. Graham, it's your company. Would you let these be the first representation of the final product? Because they do say the final product.
I mean, these feel like they lined them up and they just snapped some shots. It feels like they took more time to take photos of the accessories than the figure itself.
Yeah, they feel like they've taken more time making sure they were all perfectly in line than actually just taking. But we've seen this before. The Aragorn, the first time we saw it, it looked like trash, and the prototype looked amazing. Then we saw it again with, I think, even the InArt Joker. We saw that photo of the shoulders looked really square, and everyone got panicky. But then the final photos were good. But then again, they do like the Paul Atreides, the photos they had for it's a prototype, not a final product, were outstanding. The drop for the 4-pack Joker and that like kind of little video they made, outstanding. So they have the ability, but I just think it's a really weird way to introduce a highly anticipated figure.
I think that's probably the most alarming thing, because you can make things look totally different with angles and just picture quality too. So yeah, why not take more time? And they weren't clear if this is released or if this is, final. Is this just an update? I guess
they
not
say
really
it's
sure,
the final, but they don't say it's released. If you read the actual blurb, they say these are the final products, but they don't say it is now officially released, which is really weird. So look, my closing thoughts, I know I've drifted on, but they've missed the release date. But the figures, the photos so far are underwhelming, but I don't think it's panic stations yet, because we've seen this kind of thing before where they release these photos.
It's happened even with Hot Toys and stuff.
So
but
a week later, we could get a massive drop and be like, oh my God, this is outstanding. And I'll wait for that.
Sure. The funny thing the thing that I find funny though is I was surprised by the rooted hair, guys. Like, I actually thought it looked off, like not as good as it has in the past. Like, it almost made me feel better that I've pre-ordered the sculpted, because the sculpted just seems to lay better, at least just from these photos. Obviously, you got to futz with it, but why wouldn't they futz with it to make their photo look more appealing and whatnot, right? So, just odd choices. I just think too, as a young company, it is important to get things right, and I appreciate that they've been vocal about their updates and whatnot. But at the same time, it almost makes them. It's almost not a good look though when you're giving these updates and we're looking to ship out later this month, and then that month passes, and Hot Toys on the other hand, at least they don't say anything, so we're all just like, what the fuck's going on with Hot Toys, so to each their own, and everybody's gonna pick a side and whatnot. Again, this chat was 50-50 on where they're at. I'm not alarmed, but again, I don't have any stock in this rooted one. But what do you guys think? Who wants to jump in? We'll just have a conversation. What are your thoughts? Is this blown out of proportion? Does he look sad?
My God, they're
Does it look like Robert Pattinson here?
I don't think it looks like Robert Pattinson. I mean, but then again, it's probably just the photo, right? I trust that when we see this figure in hand, we see more photos maybe in the next couple weeks. I mean, they might even speed it up now that everyone's kind of hating on them. They're probably like, oh, we gotta make a video. We got to do something here to prove our figure is not this quote unquote bad. But I don't like this angle. I don't think it really looks like Pattinson here. I mean, I guess knowing that it's Pattinson, I get that. But if I were to just look at this and you were to show somebody and not knowing anything about Batman, like, do you know who this actor is? I don't think they would be able to tell. I think it's kind of lazy. I don't think that the same person that did the weapons and all the accessories had to be a different photographer than the one taking the snapshot on the side, like, oh, well, here's your photo of the figures. Just didn't turn out good. Kind of lazy on their end. And even though it worked for Gandalf when they did that, it didn't work for this. So they gotta kind of regroup and try to figure something out when they put these photos on display.
For sure. I want to quickly go over the super chat. Thanks to Carlos for the $5 super chat. How are you doing, my friend? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the generosity. I appreciate it. He says, hey, everyone. Interesting to see if people go with Hot Toys after the photos. I think it's going to be split still. I mean, I think there's people that will just hold out for InArt, and there's people that will, stick with Hot Toys and whatnot. Again, I do have the Hot Toys version. I think it looks great. I do have the sculpted InArt on pre-order. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not assuming I'm going to get a notification anytime soon that I have to pay for it. So hopefully I can get that down the road and get that in the collection. But thank you so much, Carlos. Appreciate it. That's going to go towards the replenishing of the computer funds. So Steve, make sure that you mark it on the chart. All right.
Got it.
Let me just run through the chat. We got some conversations going here. Luke says they need to control messaging. Before that, he said they need to regroup, get some professional photos done, and address the community's concerns. There may be a delay for the InArt, so that each figure comes with a prescription for antidepressant. Very good. Flavio says figure of the year 2025. Does everybody have their Gandalf yet, or is that still something we're waiting on? Is that in everybody's hands? Just waiting, because I'm not expecting this to like fall to arrive to me. So, and that's in all honesty. Casablanca says that he thinks the delay is smart. They'll have this figure out in time for the sequel. Okay, I thought that was a serious comment, but apparently it's a joke too. So now see, My Chemical Romance always gets hyped. You know, now that you say that, I see the connection. So
I'm a little offended. I do like My Chemical Romance too. So it's like, what's wrong if he does listen to My Chemical Romance? What's wrong with that stuff? I like it.
Who cares if he looks like Gerard Way, right?
Sorry, I don't know what sound that was, but we can't agree on everything.
Right. Daniel says, and so we're upset that it didn't release an 8-month turnaround. No, that's not what we said. So just be careful.
I'm upset that it didn't release 4 years ago, man. Yeah, I'm
right.
upset.
Like,
Come
just
on. Fuck.
Don't
out
hear
before
what
the
we're
movie,
not
damn
saying
it.
here, Daniel. Just I believe in July or August it would have been a year, and in this July or August it'll be 2 years. So I think just the fact that it keeps getting pushed off when a company is so young is a little alarming. But I'm not saying it's the end of the world. But at the same time, just don't put words in our mouth here either, because nobody said we expected an 8-month turnaround time. So very much more than satisfied with my Hot Toys version. Got him paired with the bike, same here, and he looks beautiful. But yeah, Daniel says they should offer more pics because people are accustomed to how Hot Toys does it. But not only that, just promote your figure and make it look good instead of just taking it with an iPhone. Like, why wouldn't you want to promote the figure you've taken almost 2 years to get out and that you're proud of? Why wouldn't you want to show it off and say, hey, we are better than Hot Toys and here's our photos? Like, why not?
Do you think they do this on purpose? Do you think they kind of do this on purpose? It's almost like, oh yeah, here's some of the photos of the thing we've done, and then people go nuts, and like there's no, like, as in no publicity is, it's like even bad publicity is still publicity, and then they release the blogger photos which make it look outstanding in like a week or two. Do you think that's something they actually do?
Maybe. What do you guys think?
Maybe.
I think you're onto something there. Quite frankly,
because like I have never seen. Okay, I know they're two different companies. I get you, but it's inevitable that we compare, and it's specifically, it's definitely with this one because you can't compare the DX11 from Hot Toys because it's like 10 years old with the InArt Joker at the time. I know you can possibly compare the artisan version whenever it drops. The Pennywise, even there was a gap between when Hot Toys did theirs and announced the Pennywise. But these two figures, the Hot Toys, the Batman, and the InArt, the Batman, were announced more or less around the same time. So it's inevitable that we are going to compare them. It's inevitable. Mm-hmm. But like, I think I've yet to see them. When Hot Toys do it, it's like, okay, in fairness, this is now announced. This is now up for pre-order. Here are the photos of the prototype. And then when it releases, there's a drop and it's like, this is now out there in Hong Kong. So with InArt, it's kind of more these casual photos. Oh yeah, it's out now. And it's like, we don't really know if it's out or not. And then we have, of course, the influencer batch and then the batch. Just, it's a bit strange. There's no like, it's out now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. It's like
maybe it's like a quick tease.
Release.
Like, here's a quick photo of the figure. Here's a quick, like another tease, like more is coming real soon.
Yeah,
and then
I want them to succeed. I think they're 3 for 3, to be honest, folks. Anyone who doesn't think they're 3 for 3 is I know it's all subjective, but realistically, I do think they're 3 for 3. And this one here, like I don't think it's Panic Stations yet, but I just think it's really, really odd the way they've released these images.
That's a good way to put it.
Daniel says, do you want them to be more like Hot Toys? Anybody want
No, but I want them to realize that Hot Toys is their biggest competition and they got to step it up.
DLO, any thoughts? Are you on mute? Or are you just not saying anything?
I'm on mute. I'm trying to. I was in the middle of typing to the comments over there, so
gotcha.
I'll leave that for later. That's fine. But I was listening very intensely and all this here. So, where do we start? The figure. It's the first miss.
Anticipation is just killing me here.
This figure is the first miss for InArt.
But we don't know that yet, Dilo. Come on, now. Let's be fair. We don't know that.
To be fair, this is what InArt has allowed me to believe, Shane. You see, for everything that they have done right, and they have so many fans, and they do make an exceptional product so far, but the handling of this particular one has been its worst yet.
But they did it with the Joker too. We saw that weird image of the tie was all over the place, and the squared up shoulders, and then they released like a bunch of images and it looked great. So I just think maybe that comment mightn't age well. You know, I think maybe in a week or two we'll get the proper drop.
Maybe not. But again, this is what InArt has allowed us to believe so far. Because here's the thing: you mentioned something in regards to the whole publicity thing. You know, good or bad, it's publicity. Maybe that's the thinking behind it. See, I don't agree with that. I think for a company who is going to show us they are a premium company, then I don't think it just stops at the product, because everybody wants to go ahead and say, well, this is superior to this and that. And that's all good and well. It's all subjective. But the one thing that is not subjective is marketing. And what if this, how the way this figure has been marketed to me and to everyone else, this is where we are almost 2 years into this process, right? Almost 2 years in the process. This picture here is 72 hours old. Okay. So we don't know what we don't know, but we know this right now. And if this is the final, as they put it in there again, I knew I would get some pushback on this from somebody in the chat. I'm not going to name names. You know who you are. But I read it too.
So Dilo, are you saying that they failed on this one due to marketing purposes, or do you think
I'd say here, due to what information have available to us now, if this is in fact what is going to be what we are going to receive, then I stand by my opinion. I think this is a miss. I think it's a miss. Now, is it terrible by stretch of imagination? Absolutely not. This is not a terrible figure. When I say miss, I mean this is a miss based off of InArt's own level of quality that they hold their standards to. Not to a hot toy, not to anything other than their own products. To them, if I'm going to compare it to the other releases so far, this one is probably the weakest. That's the honest truth of it there. Now, let's pick it up just a little bit. Why? The hair, if this is the hair, I don't think anybody here on the panel or in the chat can defend that hair looking like that if you've seen the movie. Period.
Well, I just don't get it, because they're known for their rooted hair and doing such a good job. Like,
but the dagger to this here, hold on, I'm cooking right now.
Okay, go.
The dagger to this here is you have don't give me the full. Don't give me the full. But no,
I'll just pour myself another drink then.
It's very simple. I don't have to go very far to make my point, because my point is right behind his left shoulder in the sculpted version. The sculpted version has exactly the correct hairstyle and fitting to how Bruce Wayne's going to look. Why is this rooted one look any different than what the sculpted one is? How is it that this is a premium offering to your customers that is worse than the sculpted, less expensive one? Make that make sense. Someone make that argument to me here. So for me, and this one here, I'm going to say it and I'll stand by it. And everybody listen, if you like it, hey, it's just one man's opinion. I don't know everything, but neither do you, in fairness. So to me, this is the weakest one. I've said it. Now, I don't think the Hot Toys one is superior to this one. I don't think the InArt one's going to be superior to this one. I think they're both going to be fine figures. If you're a fan of InArt, I'm not going to convince you this is not a good figure. If you're a fan of Hot Toys, I'm not going to convince you Hot Toys is a bad figure. You're going to make your own decision for yourself. But at the end of the day, if we are just comparing apples to apples and not apples to oranges like we tend to do with these conversations, this apple falls far from the tree. There, said it.
Can
Steve,
I just point out that Steve has said nothing?
I know.
Steve,
are you
pissed?
Like,
are you pissed, Steve?
I
No,
know you're looking forward
I'm
to this.
absorbing everything that everybody's saying. It's a good conversation.
really
I think
quick.
it's fair conversations from everybody. I got stuff to say, but go ahead, Graham.
Yeah, really
Continue.
quick.
I'll wait my turn.
We got DBG in the house. What's going on? Thanks for being here. I saw somebody else that was a stranger and back, and it's Fig Fate. And I just want to say hello to Fig Fate and thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Trying to see if we got Jazzy in the house. Ain't excited since I won't be getting this until 2026. I think that's the other problem with InArt as well is I think Jimmy chimed in and said majority of people have their Gandalfs, which is great. But when was that released? Last year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But not December. This was like fall, like that, if I'm remembering correctly. But again, just things like if you were a new company, you'd want to really focus on getting those out is just my opinion. And
maybe that's what they're doing different with Paul Atreides by, having the what do you call it? Like having the license over here in America. So maybe that's why they're going after that. So maybe they're fixing their mistakes. Maybe they know.
But yeah, I mean, guys, we're just talking about this figure. This is what the hobby's about. You may not agree, and that's perfectly fine. Everybody has their own opinion. Let's just be respectful in the chat. We got Figure Craft in the house as well. Another channel member. Hey, fellow collectors, happy Wolfpack Wednesday. And of course, we understand these are just a few pictures. Things could change. It happens all the time. I remember seeing Golden Armor Wonder Woman. And when those protos came out and everybody was up in arms, and it could change, but at the same time, it's just odd. And that's what we're talking about here tonight. We also have Joe P in the house. I'm trying to catch everybody. This chat is going a little too quick for me. So I'm going to turn it over now to Sneaker for his thoughts.
Stop talking, everybody.
His thoughts on this.
Everybody mute.
Can I just before Steve comes in there? I'm anxious
I'll just
to
keep
hear
drinking.
what Steve.
Hold on.
I'm anxious to hear what Steve said because I know he's invested.
Just 1 second here in the chat here, Daniel. Why did you tag yourself in your own comment? Did you forget to switch something?
Uh-oh.
Daniel, you're not playing fair.
Daniel. Did we just catch you? You're using your burner account.
Is he a polygamist?
Did you just do this?
No,
Daniel, no.
Monogamy is tricky enough, but
Don't say it. Don't say it so. Come on. Oh.
Did he actually tag himself?
Or are you just talking to yourself?
Daniel Lopez. He's calling you Daniel.
Calling me. Do you know me, sir?
Okay,
I don't even call him Daniel.
Maybe there's another Daniel.
Interesting.
I thought your name was Dustin, bro. Dustin.
It's actually Derek.
Sneaker has not spoken in about 20 minutes here.
Sneaker's like.
Anywho, DLO.
Sir.
I do think this is InArt being InArt. I think there will be a drop of better photos in the coming days and the panic stations being inverted. But look, I'm a man of science, and the logic you said, it's true. Judging on these photos, the hair isn't great. Would it be a bit of TLC? It may be great, but it's not great. So I do accept this. Yeah, I do accept that. Yeah.
Question.
1 point to you, sir.
Goes,
1 point to you, sir.
Before Sneaker goes here,
get it all out.
A lot of people have said, why didn't they show the cowl? Like, a lot of us aren't even going to be using this as well. So
he's Batman.
Again, he is Batman. So this might be a mute point too as well. Like, we might just have the cowl on and not care. So this is all just fun, though. It's fun to talk about. It's fun to bullshit about. Sneaker, you just got your Hot Toys, the Batman in today, correct? Or
I did.
Earlier this week?
I got it, but I just finally opened it up today because I didn't have time. So I just opened up my Batman, actually just before the show, finally.
Cool. All right, so now, DLO, let's go back to you. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Sneaker.
I was gonna say, like, really?
Oh man. Okay, so before I start talking, just for the record, I'm getting the rooted version of this figure. Okay, that's one I have on order, and actually I have it paid off already, which is a sin for me as a collector because I usually don't do that. And it's probably one of the worst to do because it's probably gonna take a while to get, but that's okay. I'm getting this figure. I'm getting, like I said, the rooted version of the figure. I think I lean more towards Shane's side of it's really hard to just make full on, like, I can't say whether this is just like a complete miss just by seeing these photos. I think the messaging for this photos, I think to me more so, there's just a lot of mixed messages in these photos. Like, it's almost like what they were trying to show in the photos is like, hey, the product is done. We're getting the product out. Look, here's all these figures in a line. Here's all these accessories that we're showing. Hey, we have production running right now for the figure. The figure is going to be coming out. It's almost like that's the messaging in these photos is like, hey, here you go. Here's the figures. They're made. They're ready to roll out, because everybody's been talking about like when these figures are going to roll out, right? I feel like that's part of it when it comes to these photos. Yeah, I think they could have definitely done a better job if they're showing, like, if they're saying in the comments, like it says, I'm looking at it right here. We're proud to unveil the final figure you've been waiting for. Why not show it in a little bit of a different way rather than these photos? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, I mean, I think all of you said, like, just like how well they've done the other photos in the past for their releases and the figures, and just like how good they look and how, you know, excited people got from those. The other thing I'll say about the hair, yeah, the hair does not look right in this, but also, in one part of me says the hair does not look right. And when they were taking the photos, like, it makes you wonder, like, who cleared these to be posted? But then the other part of me is when I got like my rooted Joker, my hair was not good. Like, it was poofed out. It was really messy. So is this like a mistake from them? And I'm not saying that's an excuse either, because somebody could have made the hair a little bit better, but also I'm not too worried about the rooted hair, because it's going to be, you can mess with the rooted hair, and you're like, a lot of people already have to mess with the rooted hair when they get their figures. I had to mess with both my Jokers. I had to mold the hair a certain way because it didn't look right in either of my containers. One of mine was just one side was really poofed out. So I'm not really too worried about the hair. You can move the hair however you want. Should they have moved it in this photo and made it look more accurate to the figure and the look? Absolutely. They should have like done a better job with the hair. It's really like, it's really hard because, yeah, it's really hard for me to, I'm not just going to knock this figure based on these photos that we're getting of a couple different angles of this figure, when I need to see more stuff. So I'm more with Shane on, like, there's no reason for me to hit the panic button right now. I'll wait to see more. And also, I think another thing is, it's interesting that we haven't gotten any other, you would think with this happening that we would get maybe an update. Like, I would think in the coming days, we're probably going to get an update post showing more photos of this figure in a different light, based on what everybody's saying and all the noise that's happening right now.
But that's the thing.
I would think we're probably.
I'm sorry.
I'm saying no. I was
Here
just.
we go.
I'm
It's
no,
DLO
I'm
versus
saying
Sneaker again.
No, it's not.
Good
No,
night,
no.
guys.
I got nothing but love for my boy Sneaker, but that's my point. You just hit it right in the head. They're going to react to a photo that they put out, and then they're gonna sit there and, oh guys, sorry, it was the intern who got a photo of took my camera from me, and now this is what you're really gonna get. No. I'm not buying that crap anymore. Okay, we're 4 figures in. This isn't the first time we've gotten shitty looking pictures. People ranted and raved, and then suddenly, oh no, just playing, guys. JK, this is actually what no. You see, this is where I draw the line with the bullshit now, because the fact of the matter is, we got pictures of this damn figure on pallets ready to ship. Why haven't they shipped? People are not talking about that. Why are we not talking about the pallet that we all saw the photo for? It's been in every group for weeks now. This is it. This is the final. So if they don't start shipping these out, and if they're going to be in this condition, I think I think collectors have a right to be upset because I feel like at that point it's misleading. Because if you're so into being in communication with the community and the community is telling you what they want and you're listening to community feedback, then you know damn well Robert Pattinson does not look like this in the movie. He looks like the one to the left in your sculpted version. And we're just going to
in the face.
We're going to ignore the premium price of the rooted figure that doesn't look anything like the one that I could get for less, but I'm paying for the privilege of combing my own hair. Get real. Get real, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you zoom out a little bit? Can you zoom out a little bit?
By the way, I'm perfectly happy with the sculpted version.
Because another thing too is like, look at the one right directly behind this one. Even that profile of the head looks different than the one in the front that we're seeing in focus too. So I think some of that is just like these. That's why I'm not just gonna say final judgment, obviously based on a couple photos of the figure. But I get I get both sides. I truly get both sides of it. And yeah, it's like I question why. How did this? Was this the final? Why was this the one that they chose to show?
Hammer God.
You know,
spot on, please.
Why was this?
That right there is the answer. Right here. That's what's really realistically is going to happen, because if these things are on pallets like they're supposed to be, first batch is going to look like this, ladies and gentlemen. Like full stop. It's going to look like this. There's no turning back. You're not just going to open up 500, 1,000 boxes and comb hair and put it back in. That's not happening. It's going to go out. That's going to be your figure. And then the people who get their second, third, fourth, they're going to be the lucky ones because they're going to fix it afterwards. And
channel giveaway.
also, I just want to say something real quick. Graham, can you go to the Bruce Wayne photos?
Asking me to
go to the Bruce Wayne photos. Okay.
I gotta say something here.
Look at all the.
I want to cut you off one more time.
Okay, go ahead.
I gotta give Daniel his props. He says, "Yeah, there's a lot of variance based on these picks. Not good." I just want to say I'm proud of Daniel for being unbiased and neutral on this. And we can all admit when Hot Toys sucks and when InArt is maybe not meeting standards. It's no problem to do that. We all know we love all of these figures. So I just want to say I appreciate you, Daniel, for just being real with us and giving us what you love about the figure, but also kind of what needs work. So go ahead.
So I think so. Looking at these photos, and then go to the next one too, Graham. Go to the next one.
Oh my god!
Because there's another picture. So tell me, looking at all these figures right here, are there some in here that you would rather have in your collection? Looking at these photos versus some of the others,
some are looking down, some are looking more up.
Look at the front profiles on the face. Okay. If you go back to the other photo, I bet you could pick out some of them too, where it looks like some of them look better and some of them don't look good just based on their head position, right? So that's why I say, like, just in these photos alone, I can't just judge the product of the final judge the overall final product based on what we're getting here, because just look at all the variation in some of these, especially in the Bruce Wayne photos alone. Do we have like that one zoned in shot on the one rooted figure? Yes. And I can't base it just on those couple of the one figure in it from a couple angles. You know what I mean? That's just not. So that's what I'm saying. For me, overall, I'm just, I don't think it's alarming. I'll wait until I see more. Is it frustrating and kind of sucks that this is what the picture, like the pictures ended up being, showing, hey, this is our final product? Yeah, it kind of sucks that we're having this conversation versus like not everybody saying, wow, this looks incredible, right? I think we, like, the people who'd want this figure to want that. But it's just like I said, the messaging for the photo is just kind of interesting. Like, when you're showcasing the final product, looking at these Bruce Waynes, why is this like the main way you want to showcase the final look of the figures that are going to be shipped out? You know what I mean? Sure. So that's kind of where I'm at on it. I'm not too concerned about it just yet until I see
Can I make a side note?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Fine.
Just jump in.
It's fine. The more I talk about this figure, the more I think about the movie. And a lot of people like completely trashed his performance as Bruce Wayne.
Oh, I thought it was great.
And the more I think about it is, he's just so like engrossed in being the Batman that he's too immature to realize that Bruce Wayne can get in places the Batman never can. And like him being bad at Batman is actually perfect, because in the second one we'll see him. I'm assuming see him mature and grow into the Bruce Wayne role, where he's like, wait a second, I can actually do my detective shit as Bruce Wayne. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think maybe he was so bad at Batman or being at Bruce Wayne because he's so engrossed in this demon or the Batman that I think we're going to see like a more mature Bruce Wayne, Robert Pattinson, less even more like I need to embrace this character, because it's like his number one seems to be the Batman and his number two is like the real mask is Bruce Wayne, if you know what I'm saying. I think they're going to lean real into that in the second movie and third movie. So I'm actually really interested to see that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the second movie. I really liked the first one. Really quick, I want to say hello to my friend Connor from Hot Toys Hotline. Thanks for jumping in. We are in the nitty gritty. Dude, guys, we got 97 in the house. I told you in the beginning of the show I want to hit 100. Okay, we just dropped down to 95, but that's okay. I want to hit 100
I'm on it. I got 3 burners.
We haven't done. Get your burner accounts. Get them all on here, and let's get
Daniel, we need your help now more than ever.
100. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like button. This is a spicy topic, but I appreciate each and every one of you in here. Daniel, I appreciate you, for showing,
You're a good sport.
telling us, your opinions about this, but everybody else too. Luke, Carlos, Fig Fate, everybody. Thank you for making this a fun conversation. And again, it's okay if we have different opinions about it, but Brick is probably getting sick to shit about Batman because I know
I want to say one more thing.
Joker, and I'm sure he's getting sick of this Batman. Go ahead.
I'm
Brick.
sick of it. I'm so sick of hearing about the Batman. He's like what, the 4th best Batman? So I do want to say I think this figure is going to turn out really nice. I think it's going to be a great figure. Back to what I was saying, what I think a lot of us are saying too is it's just bad marketing. It's a bad way of showing off your figure, and this is the worst that they've done marketing-wise to show off one of their figures. Okay, one more thing I wanted to say. We all talk about these shoulders, like how big, like I thought it was just because it's like the armor or something, and his head looks small until he puts the cowl on. But you look at Bruce Wayne, his shoulders are even bigger there.
He's been training lats, man.
Man, yeah, man.
Lateral raises. Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's it.
Carlos with the generous $10 super chat. Damn it. I was thinking this week I was going to do a new super chat video to thank you guys for your generosity. And I have it in my head. I'm trying to be funny with it so it's like an enjoyable thing for you guys to watch and whatnot. And I was going to film it and I got lazy. So I'm hoping maybe next week I'll have that video out. Just a short thank you video when you super chat. But he says, all right, y'all are my new favorite show. It's not vanilla. No repeating topics. I like the back and forth. Get Kiko on here. That would be wild. Laugh my ass off. I've tried to get Kiko. It was a while ago. Tried to get Kiko on, but I know he's limited to when he streams. And I know, him and Will are tight, and Will's a good friend of mine too. So I don't want to take him from. And I've actually asked Will too, but he's on the East Coast, so he goes to bed kind of early. I think he gets up early, but yeah, definitely always looking for great guests like 1/6 figure focus. And
stop it, you!
Wow,
stop it, you!
What a guy!
You mean disagreeable guests?
Carlos, I got something for you, and thank you so much for the super chat.
Yes, that's awesome.
That's awesome, my friend. Thank you. I do appreciate it.
What's that from?
That is from Old School.
Without a Paddle?
Yes, man.
Old School. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
You know what's my favorite part
Luke
of that
Wilson,
movie?
Yeah.
My favorite part is when the van screeches into the parking lot, and they take that old lady's husband. And Will Ferrell's like, "You tell anybody about this, I'll fucking kill you." We'll have him home by dinner. And he's like looking in our groceries.
What a classic!
That's Frank Tank, yeah.
Frank the Tank. Yep.
Frank the Tank.
Yeah. So I saw this meme recently, not to change the subject, but it was like when we watched Frank the Tank, and now we're the age that he was in the movie, and now we're all dreaming about that nice little Saturday. So,
Bed Bath Beyond sounds amazing right now.
Bed Bath.
So you all got drunk and ran around naked tonight too, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Get some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh God. What else are we missing here? Any final thoughts on the Batman from InArt? Anybody pre-order this on the panel? Rooted or sculpted? What do we got?
Rooted.
Rooted? Steve?
It's InArt.
Rooted.
DLO, nothing?
What about we getting this or not?
Yeah. Or if
Nah, I
you ordered
passed.
it. Okay.
Passed.
Brick, I know you getting this, but the
Pass.
question is how many?
I'm gonna get 0.
0. And again, and I have the sculpted pre-ordered. I'm a little old school, I think.
Like Frank the Tank.
It's tough for
I
me
hear
to
you.
jump on the rooted bandwagon, I guess, for some reason. So I'm not sure.
Also, yeah, really weird. Like they're showing the final product and they didn't show a cowled version. Like that is just for the
Steve,
Batman. That is a
unacceptable.
big. That's honestly
Get-
probably the biggest problem here. How
Get out
do
of
you
my head, Steve.
for the
Get out of my head.
Batman? How do you not show a cowled Batman for
Right.
your final? That's
It's
a big.
because
In our
that's a big
marketing
they're
babies.
not the final photos.
Yeah, that's why I say
Guaranteed.
it's just like a really mixed messaging when it comes to this being like, what was the, how did this happen?
Why are we sending this photo then? Why is it?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
yeah,
Like,
how did this happen? I have more questions surrounding how did this happen? Like, as this
Yeah.
was, like, how did this get posted in this way versus like,
No such
you know,
thing
like
as
you're
bad
going to do
publicity.
your final reveal about how this is this is going to be your final product. This is a reveal. Why is this it versus like, you should be showcasing this to the best, everything you got,
Absolutely.
best photos, multiple viewing angles, multiple looks. You should have given us everything.
And Shane, that is for showbiz. In collecting world, we buy with our eyes.
No. I bet you we're going to get another. Okay, this is a simple question. You might even put a poll in the chat, Graydon.
Oh,
Who
shoot, I
thinks-
just did.
Who thinks that they're gonna drop another bundle or album of photos?
Oh,
I do.
I do.
I do.
Oh,
I do.
Like, yeah.
Because they watch the
least
show.
within a
They're 100% going to.
They're watching
Oh,
this
they're
show.
taking notes, man. They're taking
Uh-huh.
notes, man.
Daniel,
Yep.
Jimmy, CC me on those emails.
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
I did start another poll, by the way. I asked if in the chat if you are getting the InArt Batman, whether it's sculpted or rooted. I want to know. So make sure you go vote on that because we aren't going to keep that poll open forever. So
Yeah. I know,
let's
Graham,
see.
sorry, I know you're doing that. You're doing a tone of voice where we're going to move on to a new topic, but I just got to get that in there.
If there's any
If you
final
think
thought, we
back-
can stay on this.
No, and this is a 30-second job. I'm sorry. I know I'm being an irritant. So if you think back to how good the rooted 4-pack Joker photos were, I know it's a prototype. It's not the same. I get that. And how good the Paul Atreides photos were. Like, there should be no reason why they don't do that for the release as well. Do you
Yeah.
know?
Well,
They
the
have
thing is,
photographers.
these original photos were better than this too for the Batman.
Yeah, I think
So
so, man.
it's kind of been a step down. But we got Mr. Zombie's workshop in the house. What's going on? Thank you for being here. Looks good, just not the greatest likeness in my opinion. Almost looks like cheaper third party, and they should have showed the cowl, but I'm sure it will still be an awesome figure. Well said. I mean, it's odd that Batman isn't shown with the cowl. Obviously, they want to promote the rooted hair and the Bruce Wayne head sculpt, but if they want to promote that, they should have done a little bit of a better job. So
It's also still Batman.
quiet,
It's Batman.
quiet you.
The first photo that we should have seen should have been honestly the first photo we should
No,
have seen
you're right.
should have been cowled version. You know, in my mind.
The photo they showed, was it last week with the cowl on? That one looked good. I remember D'Lo said, I like this. Looks good.
So that's the other
right?
thing that is kind of mind blowing about this is everything we've seen before this has been like pretty good. You know,
Right.
like there hasn't been any issue. Like nobody said this has never happened with any of the stuff we've seen before this. It's all been positive. So this is kind of like just a completely different from what we've seen, what we've been used to seeing.
Yeah, and again, maybe hopefully this is just a learning experience because I know for collectors, I mean, I can't think of anybody that I know that wants InArt to fail. It's really just, you know, we want them to benefit us as well as the consumer. So if they can grow and learn from this, and you know, it's great to have Dune figures. It's great to have Game of Thrones figures. You know, we've all been itching for that. So I mean, that's stuff we definitely want to add to our collection. So hopefully it just continues to improve. But it is sure fun to talk about. We got King Killa in the house. I hope Crosshair gets reissued from season 3 of Bad Batch. Dude, no spoilers. Steve didn't see the newest episode. No, I'm just kidding. Crosshair will not get reissued, and I gotta say, this Batman ain't no Crosshair, because this is a Grail, and this probably my most expensive figure right now, which is unbelievable to say. But I hate bringing up Crosshair because I know there's a lot of salty people out there. Christian Cooper, if you're still watching, you'll get yours. Don't worry. But damn, Bad Batch. Who watched Bad Batch tonight? Let me know in the chat. No spoilers, but let me know what you thought. Please. Steve hasn't watched yet, and neither has Brick. We're waiting on Brick to pump through some of these episodes here.
Well, hold on. I haven't watched the 2 episodes from today. Brick hasn't watched the entire show.
Right.
That's a big distinction.
Right. Equan says, I'm still waiting for Gandalf. See, that's, and again, hopefully they fix this batch process, but that's sick. Because that was, I think, October, Jimmy said. So, yeah. Give it 2 weeks. Crosshair will be on BST for 150. How dare you, Nick? How dare you? Carlos says, I found, we're kind of transitioning here. Carlos says, I found Bad Batch season 1 was boring, so I stopped. I agree with you, and I stopped originally, and then I gave it another shot, and I pushed through, and I really enjoyed it. I love the story with Omega and the Bad Batch themselves and how they've formed that family and whatnot. So, Carlos, if you're up for it, give it another shot. There's a lot of good stuff. I'm also not a big fan of the animated because DLO and I can agree to this, and probably Brick too. There's a little bit too much fluff. A little too much treasure hunting for some of us, and it's hard to stick with it. But I really think Bad Batch, at least for me personally, does a really good job at captivating me and making me care about the characters and whatnot. Shane, have you watched the Bad Batch? Are you a fan?
No.
Okay, next.
No. But pushing through, man. I pushed through the first 3 seasons of Clone Wars. That's a lot of pushing through, man. I mean, we all work busy schedules.
If you can do that, Bad Batch is a cakewalk, dude. If you can get through Clone Wars.
I watched all 7 seasons.
Oh, you can get through Bad Batch, man. Did you enjoy Clone Wars?
No.
No. Don't you put words in my mouth. I did not enjoy the first 3 seasons. But I'm a big fan into if I start something, I finish something. And I really like the arcs within them. Any episode with Cad Bane, Ahsoka's arc is fantastic. I wouldn't go back and watch the 7 seasons again, but I would go back and watch the key episodes with
certain arcs
with Ahsoka. Yeah. Order 66, Ahsoka, ending with Cad Bane. Yeah, I did like them. I thought there was some great stuff inside there, in fairness.
So you saw like the intro to the Bad Batch too, right? From like Clone Wars season 7.
Okay, Clone Wars season 7.
So you'd probably see like when they first introduced the Bad Batch.
Yeah, Brick is hating the show right now.
Bad Batch is good, man. Hey, Bad Batch is good. Season 1, yeah, it's kind of like season 2 gets a lot better and also darker. Like season 2 has a lot of dark moments in it, but yeah, there's always like kind of like the adventure episodes, the monster hunting, treasure hunting episodes, Graham calls them. But so there's some fluff, but the episodes are short. Like you can always get through those ones relatively quickly, especially if you have a lot of episodes to watch. So season 2 gets season 2 gets good. Season 3 is good too.
Do you know why I watch them? Because my favorite TV show ever is Breaking Bad, and
it's a good one.
I recognize that the first season is slow, and I recognize it has to be slow to build the world and introduce the characters. So when someone are like, I kind of give up after the first season, I'm like, just push through. So when people say like you have to push through the first season of Bad Batch, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take my own. I'm going to practice what I preach. You know what I'm saying? So I will watch Bad Batch.
Yeah, and Fig Fate says the same thing. It's kind of like Carlos did, just got bored, and I know Brick here feels the same way. And I will say I've watched parts of the Clone Wars. I've watched the last season in full, but otherwise I've watched the highlights because of the fluff, and it's tough for me to get into. Rebels has been a struggle. It's taken me forever to get through that, and sometimes I zone out while watching it.
It's way better than Clone Wars.
But the Bad Batch, for some reason, though, has got me captivated. And again, might not for everybody, but I don't know. It reminds me, and I've said this before, but it reminds me of the Guardians of the Galaxy, like a bunch of misfits that come together, but then this girl is kind of like the glue that holds them together. So give it a shot. I think you'll like it. We also have Collecting Weekly in the house. Really great show, guys. Thank you for being here. Says, I'm a simple man. I see Shane. I watch.
Oh, man. That's Zach. That has to be Zach. Marco
Yeah,
would
same.
never say something nice to me like that.
Same here, Carlos. I pretty much just watched the important episodes as well, and then just the final season. So I get it. And yeah, Daniel says Bad Batch is good, but if a new person is trying to get into it, I wouldn't be able to. I understand that too. Maybe Ahsoka has helped a little bit. Like Ahsoka helped me go backwards a little bit to Rebels, and then I kind of understood the Bad Batch more since I've been watching some of that stuff. So yeah, Breaking Bad. I tried to rewatch that, and I couldn't though. It was really good, but it was so fucking depressing. Like, you know, like I was
That's
like,
chemistry, man.
right.
It wasn't a
One of
love
the very-
story. I mean,
One of the very few TV shows that has a good ending.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is, like, when that was like started to get really popular, like, I suppose you call it high school, we call it secondary school chemistry teacher, and about 10 years ago, I realized I was getting students selecting the subject who was like, you shouldn't be here, because they'd watched Breaking Bad, and they really were not picking the show for the right reasons. This is a true story. Like, it happens all the time. Top Gun comes out. There was like a significant increase in people signing up for the Navy.
Yeah.
Ally McBeal in the 90s, more people were going into law.
Oh shit! I
And
remember
it
that
happened
movie.
Eeyore and Grey's Anatomy. There was a spike in people doing medicine. I swear to God, you can look up the stats, man.
In
Crazy
Breaking
shit.
Bad, more people cooked meth.
There you go.
There you go.
So, sir, could you... Don't ask it. And yes, I could.
Daniel says Game of Thrones season 1 through 4 was the best TV of all time. I would agree. I got into Game of Thrones late, and I think Brick, we started watching season 7. I only got season 7 and 8 live together.
I started season 5 live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
But 1
I
through 4
watched
that
the
is the
tail
best
end.
TV of all time.
but I also think like Game of Thrones is some amazing TV. I actually really liked season 6 and 7 still. Season 8 was
I would say
way
season
too-
I would say season 8 was a letdown, but at the same time, it's better than 85% of the TV we get now. Like it's, you know,
Sure.
it's just it was a
Fair
letdown
point.
because we were expecting so much.
right.
That's
But
like when
it's
a
still-
band releases a bad album and you're
Yeah.
like, but it's still better than 85%.
The only-
and
right.
stuff
The only
like that.
real problem I had with season 8, spoilers, it's been out for years, so I think we can have some spoilers. is Bran being with the best story,
big one.
being
That's a
king.
big-
I was
that's a
just
big
like,
Who better than Bran the Broken?
I know. I'm like anybody.
Uh,
like,
yeah,
we're
like-
the whole
Arya.
season.
like that guy, right? That guy.
Yeah.
This
Right.
guard right here.
I thought it could have been good if they just paced it better, but they rushed to get it done.
You know,
I'm excited for that Snow series though.
the irony of Game of Thrones
happened.
here is that people tend to forget the reason why Game of Thrones the last season was terrible is because of Star Wars.
That
Oh,
never
You guys
happened.
remember
Right,
that?
because they
And
were
then they
they were
didn't
going to
even
do
get
the
it.
Star Wars.
They were gonna do
movie,
it.
Yeah,
and then
D&D were gonna do
They
the Star
rushed
Wars
through
movie
it
and-
so quickly because they thought they landed the gig of a lifetime, and then they got booted from the project, and they ruined the season, the finale
Yeah.
of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Probably why they got booted.
I don't know. Plans change. JJ didn't like. I don't remember. It was a while ago, but yeah, they rushed through
They haven't done
production
anything since.
to get it. Well, that's because they've been blacklisted now because that season was terrible for their careers. Then you get fired from a Star Wars job. No one wants you.
Have
So
they done anything since?
nope.
No.
So
They were gonna do a Netflix show like what if the Civil War, like the opposite, like what if the
Right.
Yeah,
but it never happened.
I remember that.
we got a new channel member. We got Fig Fate taking the plunge and becoming a member of the Jedi Knights Watch. Thank you so much for the generosity in deciding to become a member. Appreciate you. You've unlocked emojis. You've unlocked getting a shout out on all my videos. Also, just channel member questions for ideas for each and every live stream. So I like that the channel members can put their input in here and get that get their questions in here as well. So Fig Fate, thank you so much for A, just being here, but then B, just deciding to be extra generous. And for you, since you're newer to the show, I'm just gonna say thank you.
Welcome to the fucking show.
Yes, yes. Welcome one and all, and thank you so much for, again, becoming a member. Appreciate you, my friend. Yes, Game of Thrones was good. House of the Dragon, I'm excited. Season 2 comes out June, I believe, and I am excited for InArt to do Daenerys. I'm hoping InArt decides to do more than just a couple figures, because I know InArt's, again, very new, and we're kind of talking a lot about InArt tonight, but they're not really known for lines, right? They're known for picking something and doing it well, but it'd be nice if we could get Night King, Daenerys, Jon Snow, like everybody, right? So would you guys be in on a line of Game of Thrones figures, or just maybe one or two, or none? Is it a rabbit hole?
It would depend how good the first one turns out. First one turns out good, then I will probably want the whole line.
Yeah.
And more.
That'd be dangerous.
Yep.
Which is one figure you guys need?
Jon Snow.
Yeah, definitely Jon Snow.
Even though Jaime's my favorite, it's got to be Jon Snow.
Could InArt do an Iron Throne? That'd be sick.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be hard to
And have
pass up.
Bran.
God. Oh, he's got his throne, his wheelchair throne, but I want the Iron Throne. God, Bran,
You're terrible, because the wheels start turning up here when you start saying things, and I gotta stop myself sometimes.
All the wheels, I get it.
I didn't even realize I did that. Jeez.
Oh, no pun intended. We got some action here going on in the chat. We got Carlos taking the plunge and deciding to become a channel member of the watch as well. Carlos, thank you for being here, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I remember seeing you on Will's channel, so it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Let me see what I got for you here.
This better be good, yeah?
I wish yeah, let's do this for Carlos for becoming a channel member.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy.
Taking the plunge and becoming a member. Oh, look at this crazy a-hole we got here. 1/6 figure.
Wow.
Focus,
Look at you.
just throwing out the bills tonight.
The Euros.
I got good news today. Life is good. Life is short. Throwing
By the way,
Euros.
That comment makes it sound really depressing. I'm not sick or anything. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not announcing anything on my show, are you?
No, I'm not. Definitely not. I got to get a bit of good news today. So yeah, all good.
Awesome.
All good.
Shane, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the generosity. I'm gonna toast to you because you are a good friend.
Make that a double.
I have another one for you.
Yeah, here we go.
So, you've decided to step up to the plate and support the channel. On behalf of the Jedi Knights Watch, we want to say thank you so much for your contribution. Not only will it help us to improve the channel, give you great quality and entertainment, but it'll also help us take over the world. This one's for you. Thank you so much.
With authority, he slams it down. It's sad because I don't have that bar anymore. You guys want to know what's on that wall? 6 DF-120s are now on that wall with a bunch of figures in there. So the bar had to go, but it was worth it. Thank you so much, Shane. I appreciate you, my friend. Man.
Thanks, Shane.
What a fun night.
You need to update that super chat.
Thank you, Shane, for giving us these $5.
Really need to update that.
I like the way.
That's what I was saying. I've got it in my head. I just haven't filmed it yet.
Well, when we all get together, we gotta do something.
Hey, there you go.
Hey.
I like the way Graham divides all the super chats evenly. That
Exactly.
is the outrageous thing to do.
If I'm gonna be in a super chat video, I better be getting. You're not using my likeness for.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Carlos.
You gotta show a bit of
drawers
pride,
or something.
Graham's gonna hide us by a paywall.
Yeah.
All right.
I wake up tomorrow. It's beans and toast. Beans and toast.
All right. So we've gotten the InArt talk out of the way, but don't let that fool you. We still have a great rest of the show. We're at an hour and a half already because it has been so much fun. I'm ending this poll here. And are you getting the InArt Batman? 57 votes. Good job, guys. 63% said no, and 36% said yes. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. We've talked about InArt taking a little bit too much time to get us their figures. We all know Sideshow can take a long time getting us our Hot Toys figures. Maybe Shane doesn't, because I don't think you're able to use Sideshow over by you. But I'm still going to ask the question because it's from one of our channel members. It's from one Adam12. Do you think Sideshow should offer an optional premium shipping service that delivers your figures directly from Hong Kong via air freight instead of the months of shipping to us on a boat?
That's a great comment.
I love this because I didn't even think of it, and I don't even know if it's possible, but it's fun to speculate over. Like, if it was possible, why, couldn't Sideshow just do that where they charge certain price? No, Sneaker, don't.
No,
couldn't they just
they're a North American distributor for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, it's because it comes to our
Thanks for
area,
tuning in, Daniel,
and then it gets
Have a good
distributed from there. Like, that's
Not
kind of part of the
necessarily.
deal for that. That's mostly part
Not
of the deal. For,
necessarily.
oh, here we
Shane,
go.
Side-
Come on,
Side-
Shano.
let me talk for a minute. You guys all
Okay.
spoke for
Okay.
5
Shit.
minutes each
Oh, hey,
early
Sneaker.
on. No,
Where
I'm
you
just
been,
kidding.
pal?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Shane. Go ahead. You can say what you're gonna say.
Weak.
No, you see, now you put in position there. If I'm going to say this, I have to be right. So you continue on. I'm going to fact check.
No, it's
myself.
okay. I was just gonna say, like,
Sideshow are the distributor for North America and Europe. I shit you not.
oh, okay.
And
So,
Europe.
so basically, it's just Sideshow just ends up. You just had to pay a lot of like import fees and all that jazz, right?
Yeah. And what's ironic is that, like, I don't want to completely bore you, but like, if we import things from outside the European Union, we get
You're the one
subjected to
staying up late,
customs
man.
tax. But not every country in Europe is a member of the European Union. So, like, even though they're a distributor for North America and Europe,
Yeah.
somehow we still get subjected to import tax because not every country in Europe is part of the European Union. So that is bizarre. So it's still more it's still worth the risk of me going to like a Hong Kong based reseller. And now look, I know that's a dodgy topic or whatever, but they're not all that bad. Some ones are actually quite good. And it's just worth the risk. Like, otherwise you end up paying like 30%.
Yeah.
Like,
Sucks.
30%
You're right, Shane. That was
huge.
boring. We lost 3
Yeah.
I'm
viewers
sorry.
from that comment. Thank you.
But
I want my
bottom-
€20
but
back.
my main point
Sorry,
is
folks.
that would be also just that sounds like for Sideshow an absolute logistical nightmare. Trying to figure out how to coordinate a shipment coming from, okay, so we're going to ship this person direct from Hong Kong. Well, like, they have their batches that they get into their business directly from there. Like, it just sounds like it would be way too much of a headache to do this. You know,
But
it
Steve,
sounds like it'd be way
And I'm
too
sorry,
crazy.
I know I'm being a pain here now, but this is the craziest stuff. From the times that I have bought from Sideshow, 90% of the time, basically every single time that I've ordered a figure from Sideshow, it has been shipped from, they're based in California, is that right?
Yes.
One time when I ordered from Sideshow, it came direct from Hong Kong. I can't remember which figure it was. I think it might have been, it was a trooper. I'm pretty sure it was like, it could have been, I know, could have been an incinerator trooper. Came direct from Hong Kong. And I thought, that's weird. That is so
He's got
weird.
wolf
It
behind
can be done,
Coincidence.
you know?
Interesting.
Oh, it can be done. I don't doubt it could be done. But if you like did it in this way of like it would just seems like it would just get way too messy. Also,
If it saved me the 30%, I would buy from Sideshow more often.
if it saved you the money.
But I'm still probably getting better prices from Line Rock.
Yeah. And then like how would that allow like this is another question I kind of have about the shipping stuff. So does the Sideshow make anything off of something when it gets imported?
I have no idea.
Like if they're the distributor for Europe and it goes to you from Sideshow, does Sideshow get any money when it gets imported in as like an import tax of their product?
I have no idea. But what I understand that Sideshow, you know, when you see the prices that we see those like releases on the Hot Toys official like Instagram or Facebook, and they're all in like in Chinese, and then they get, you know, someone just translates them and you get the Hong Kong prices, and then everyone goes, okay, if that's the price in Hong Kong, you know, we add on possibly 30%, that's the sideshow price. That's kind of isn't like them, they're factoring in the import charges, so it's almost like there's an import charge into the States, and then when it gets shipped back to Ireland or the UK or Europe, there's another import charge. Do you know what I'm saying? So we kind of get double stung. So it's like, imagine you had to pay, imagine the price of an Iron Man for $400 in the shipping. Imagine you had to pay not like $20 shipping, but $50 shipping, and then the total $450, another 30%. There'd be a lot less people in this hobby. Am I wrong? It's crazy.
DLO, any thoughts?
Wait, hold on, can I say one more thing?
Oh,
He fell asleep. He fell
Hold
asleep.
on, can I say one more
I
thing?
saw you.
I just want to say one. I just want.
you know, Sneaker doesn't talk
We've been
for 30
talking
minutes.
all day.
The rest
Geez,
of
I
the
just
show
want
is
to
minute
say,
in.
this is my last thing. If you were to be able to get it direct from Hong Kong, doesn't that basically make it so that Sideshow is essentially no longer a distributor? Like, you're eliminating them as a distributor. It's just coming from Hong Kong directly.
Just a
when it's
question,
so,
man.
No, I'm just saying, like, then like Sideshow's not distributing at that point. It's just coming from Hong Kong, so there's no point to have Sideshow to distribute it to them. But that's all I got to say, guys. Good night.
Talk to your co-host, man.
Cut out the middleman.
Dang.
Justin, tell us how you really feel, man.
Wow.
All right.
There's
Any thoughts, Brick, DLO?
Wait.
About this?
D'Lo, put your hand down.
It's a good question, but
I feel like I need to
we're
raise
putting
it this
some
episode.
of the viewers
I don't-
to sleep
It's
here.
for
so.
real.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I think it's a great idea. I think this is an underrated question, to be honest with you. I think this would low key, shout out to Low Key Collector, our guest last week.
Hey.
But this is low key a really clever thing that Sideshow can be taken advantage of here. I think this could be branded as a first batch option for collectors. That's what I think this could be used as. So, here for a second, who's ever been in a Facebook group and someone's complaining that, oh, I pre-ordered mine day one, but this guy just ordered it 3 weeks ago and he's already got his, and where's mine? Anybody ever hear that before, ever as a collector? Never, right?
Oh,
Just me?
yeah.
Okay.
I've heard it.
So this here could resolve that issue there, and this can actually make life a lot easier for Sideshow. They get the credit for giving them customers an option to do something that would go ahead and basically take their responsibility off their back for not getting that person his figure on day one and the other guy getting his. And presto bammo. There you go. Well, the guy who's complaining he didn't get his, he didn't pay for first batch, so he's waiting like everybody else.
This comment. That was good. I'm sorry. That was funny.
And then with the profile picture in there too.
No, what do you guys think? Do you think that's a good idea though? Do it as a first batch option. Whoever pays for the premium shipping, they'll get theirs first. And then anybody who may have dopoed it or something like that, well, if you didn't pay for the first batch, you didn't get yours because that guy did.
I'm with you, D'Lo.
Collectors
Thank
are
you.
already out here
you.
asking under retail for new figures. What makes you think they're going to pay $100 shipping first batch from
There's some that
Sideshow?
will, man. Hey, listen,
a
there's
very
some that
small
will.
amount. A very small amount, I feel like.
But
though.
it's an option.
But I think they trust
voluntary.
Sideshow that they'll get it, and they have somebody to go to if something's wrong with it. It's not like trying to go to some company from Hong Kong. They can still go through Sideshow, and Sideshow will fix it.
I just don't see Sideshow shipping anything straight from Hong Kong to anybody because they distribute it. They're the distributor. That's all I got. That's all I got, guys.
I
my
think
hottest take
my
of the
idea is
night.
good. I like my idea. I'll pat my
So-
own back. Thank you.
Brick, do you have any thoughts before we move on and wake everybody back up?
No, that's it. I'm
Okay.
good.
How you figure says last week we were talking about doing some type of fear factor setup for super chats, and now we're talking about sales tax.
That's right.
Yeah,
We're
I
just
talked
having fun.
about like
Funny.
We
possibly
teach
like
here too on Wolfpack Wednesdays.
I think like if there was a super chat, we talked about like tasing somebody. So I just put a poll up. Like, would you be more inclined to super chat if there was
Always.
a video of me tasing Brick or Sneaker
Why is it always
What?
me?
or D'Lo
No.
tasing himself?
No,
Why would I volunteer myself?
we need a contractual agreement for the shit that's about to
Just
go
wanna
down.
have a
I need
heart
a lawyer. I need a lawyer to read it before anything happens to me in a video. for
Why are
this
you so
channel.
many of you people saying yes in this poll? You monsters.
Because they want to see it. Ooh, I'd pay it for Orlando though.
Ooh. Now here's a guy with class.
What do we got to do to get this guy Orlando? We got 91 in the
Send
in
me
the
one.
chat
Send
here.
me one. If all of you guys give me $1.50, you can message me on Instagram. I'll give you my Cash App. Okay, there you go.
I mean, a little.
We got
I'll buy
you know
it.
what?
we got like 90 people in here. I'm sure some people don't know. Steve Sneaker here is a huge Star Wars fan, but he refuses to get a Lando Calrissian, which is an underrated figure. DLO, tell me I'm right.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do we got?
He's even got the blue there.
But now we're saying he's underrated. Wow.
He is.
This show
I've said
really
that
is
for
out
a
of this
while.
show really is out of control tonight. This is ridiculous.
What do we got to do to get you into a new Lando Calrissian figure, or vice versa?
What I'm saying is, this man will bend over backwards for a black and yellow trooper that was in a video game, but just can't get the one dude that potentially saved everybody from the extinction in the galaxy. Whatever.
Not
No
true.
big deal.
By first cheating out his friends,
He is the
betraying his
space
friends,
No one is perfect.
Cheating in Sabak.
Jesus.
cheating in Sabak. Okay.
But some of the best characters
Thank
are
you, Chris.
assholes.
Hold on. Go back to that comment.
What?
Chris just
Which one?
said, "I'll get it for Steve if I find it for a good price." Good man, bro. Thank
Oh
you.
no!
You know how to
Don't make,
contact me.
I
don't make
have
him
found
do
it
that.
for
That's not fair to
Sneaker.
him.
I have found it for Sneaker for what? I think I did find it for 140. I think I even found
Insane.
one for 130.
No.
And you still scoffed at it.
Lando
Ridiculous, and I spit
is
at
not a nice man. Okay.
it.
Wow.
He learned-
Ridiculous.
Okay, you have the Emperor. Was the Emperor a nice man?
Steve.
Was Anakin a nice
I'm gonna say this and
Yeah,
take this.
Anakin?
Steve.
Yeah, this says it right here.
Anakin slaughtered Padawans. He slaughtered kids, but Lando's a
And
bad
you
guy?
love him.
Love him.
Who said I
What a
love
great
Anakin?
guy Anakin is.
Oh, we know
Wow.
you love Anakin.
I
There's
do
much of
de-
Clone
definitely
Wars.
better
do not
love Anakin.
Nick
I
was
definitely do
commenting
not love
tonight.
Anakin.
You've got 3 of them on your shelf there.
I'm right there with Nick, man. I'm right there with Nick. Fix
Lando
that
has done
suit-
some
suit
very
study.
bad things. Okay. Get this comment off the screen.
Oh, man.
Bury
Anakin is
it.
the
Bury
goat,
the comment. It's irrelevant.
Speaking of Anakin and figures, our friend collector Joey put this up for everybody just to kind of see the figures that are being forecasted, the upcoming releases. So I want to talk about these figures, what you guys think is inevitably coming soon, what you're most looking forward to. We got second page here. Jump in, anybody. I don't really care. Let's just talk about some of this stuff. What do we think?
I love Collector Joy. I just think
He's a good
really
man.
Nice guy.
He's
What a swell guy.
I just want to give him a hug, you know, like
Yeah. And also, he had to put in all figures are subject to delays in the bottom of this because
people take
some
it too
people need
seriously.
yeah, man. People need things spelled out to them. People need like
Estimated, underlined.
I don't
come up
have
with
the
their own
time or
topics.
the
They
crayons
gotta
to explain
make
this
stuff
to some people. But yeah, things are subject to delay. This takes a lot of effort. I love Collector Joy, man.
Yeah, shout out to you, Joey. Great job, buddy.
Shout out Joey. Thanks for putting in the work for the rest of us. We appreciate you, Joey Bear.
Joey Bear.
Oh gosh, look who it is.
It was only a matter of
look at
time before he
Big
showed up.
Rita.
Putin's in the building.
Oh man.
I got this man a barrier and he gives me shit. All right, okay. In fairness, full screen. It's a full screen moment.
Hold on.
Oop.
Let me find myself here. There we go.
There you go.
Ooh, doggy.
That's
That is a
amazing. Wow.
great figure from
That's
a
amazing.
great show.
My favorite Reddit quote was, "Hot Toys will never fix these arms. If they do this, I will buy you Peacemaker." And there it is.
He is a man of
Yeah.
his word. You got to
In
give him that.
fairness, I love him. I love the man.
I remember being so hyped about that show, and then when I saw the proto pictures, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Wait, can I say something real quick?
buy this?
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
I don't think they'll fix the InArt Batman's rooted hair. Yeah, I don't
That's
think they're gonna
great,
fix
D-Lo.
it. Fuck. All right, never mind. Oh, I don't think they're gonna fix it, Breda. I don't think they fix the rooted hair for the InArt Batman.
I think it was the opposite. He said that I said that they would fix it, and he said that they wouldn't.
Oh,
So you should say they will fix it, and then maybe he will say they
they
won't.
sorry, they will fix it.
Brother, you're moving.
He's mad because he wasn't invited to the Visions reissue. I was the first one to kick that off, baby.
Ooh.
Take that.
Italian. I'm very selective. I'm just kidding. You're in. You're in. You're in. Yeah.
Well, speaking of
We'll make it
selectors,
happen.
Shane, which one of these figures or which of these figures are you selecting coming up here?
Man, this is okay. I'll give you the short.
What are your
answer.
must-haves?
Bane's on pre-order.
Okay, that's gonna be a good one.
Keaton's on pre-order.
89.
No, they're 93. Yeah, the 89. Jesus Christ.
Well, there is a. There's
Sorry,
a
I saw Bretta and I automatically started acting like him.
I know you got to
yeah.
be careful.
No, the 89 and the ones I couldn't rule out. So Bane's on pre-order, 89's on pre-order, and the ones are kind of I couldn't rule out entirely are okay. The final swingsuit I love. The Mark 6, even though I have it, is my favorite suit, and that CrossFit Batman. Yeah, that's it.
CrossFit Batman.
Yeah, he's jacked. He's got those bloody arms, man. He's like a gym
With the
instructor.
armory.
Yeah.
Armory one?
He's like,
CrossFit.
yeah, CrossFit
Mike,
Batman.
the
yeah.
Mike Litterus Batman.
That's all I
telling
think
you.
about when I see the knee braces, Mike.
If anyone just stumbled across this stream, it got real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking getting real here.
What's on
So-
the second page?
So, which one are you getting the Batmobile? You said the 89 Batmobile.
I had the 89 Hot Toys Batmobile on order, but then I was wooed by the Jazz Inc. prototype images, and I got onto Line Rock and I goes, look, I'm sorry to do this, but I'm going to go with the 89 Jazz Inc. I have the Hot Toys on order with you. Is there any chance I could cancel it, but I don't want to screw you over?
Oh, yeah, I remember
Could
you
we
saying that.
possibly move that deposit and I'll just buy something of equal value? And I bought the tumbler off them because they've been kind to me. They've given me decent rates, and I was like, I don't want to screw them over, so and ask them for my deposit back because I understand, deposits how it works. So they're like, yeah, no problem. Look, we'll just do you want a tumbler? This is the price. And so the tumbler there, and yeah. So I'm going with Jazz Inc. That's expensive though. It's really expensive. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest. Yeah, but
Interesting.
that's it. Nothing else here now really floats my boat. Oh wait, no, no, no. I'm a fake collector, man. I don't be collecting everything.
Brick, what are you looking forward to here?
Oh man, I'm
Your
looking forward to
must-have list.
Anakin, Spider-Man. That Spider-Man is going to be
Good looking Spider-Man.
the best. I can't wait for it. What else? Batman.
I like how
89.
he even put waitlist open here. That's nice of Joey.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Wow,
This takes a lot of
89
effort.
a lot of these are waitlist.
It's a lot of work. But yeah,
Are you getting Lady
Anakin,
Thor?
Spider-Man, Batman, and Thor. Not Lady Thor. Those are probably and Mace Windu. I'm still. I guess I'm not mostly, or it's not my most anticipated, but considering picking him up, I did not pre-order, but he's still available.
You're
yeah,
getting
that's-
tech, right?
Tech? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's
question.
pretty much it. Yeah.
Question. Would you rather get tech or this Black Panther?
Black Panther.
Okay. Sneaker.
That's all you said. Okay.
Sneaker, is there anything on this list that you've almost forgotten about? Like, holy shit, I forgot that wasn't even like released yet. Like for me, it's kind of like this Black Panther here.
Oh, you're talking about the Black Panther at the bottom. No, I'll go
Yeah,
with
I
tech.
was.
I'm
For
sorry.
you, I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
For Sneaker, I'm talking about this one up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Like,
kind of
is there
forgot about
anything
that
like
figure.
you're just like, holy shit, like I forgot this was even like still up for pre-order.
But can you go to the second page real quick?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy those Ant-Man figures aren't out yet, to be honest. But
It's also crazy that they're waitlisted. I want to get DLO's
It's
perspective
also
on that.
crazy that Joey put 2 Scout Troopers on here because Troopers are the GOAT in their grails. But
Yeah, what
anyways,
the hell,
go back-
Joey? What's up with
You can
that?
go back to the first. So, most anticipated right now, definitely Kenobi from the Kenobi show. Very closely with Clone Wars Kenobi because I love Clone Wars Kenobi so much. Like, it's one of my favorite parts of Obi-Wan's arc. And Obi-Wan, not only is he my favorite character, but has my favorite arc in Star Wars of any character. Love Obi-Wan's arc, but those 2 are my most anticipated. But yeah, I mean, I got a few other pre-orders on here: Mace Windu, Anakin, Mark 6, Hot Toys, the Hot Toys figure, the Armory, Batman with the Army will be my first Dark Knight Batman figure. So excited about that. And then obviously Tech is coming home to round out the Bad Batch.
Tick.
And yes, Tick. I think that's it.
Tick.
I think that's it. That's what I got. But yeah, really excited for Obi-Wan. Those 2 are the ones I cannot wait. Hopefully Obi-Wan is very soon. I think he's next. He's got to be next, right?
It's got to be close.
He's got to be next.
What was on the picture?
Because he was March.
Of
Obi-Wan
all
was
those
March. Now we got
figures
pushed.
that were getting X'd off. What's left on that poster?
Oh,
It's done. The poster is filled.
Is it done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Wow.
Sounds good.
We were just missing the guys with the cool suits from the Asian movie that they came out that I can't think of.
Hmm.
You know which one I'm talking about? The one that looks like the Tom Cruise movie, Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those figures. That was the last ones.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So, DLO, my question for you is: I know you've not been a believer in pre-ordering, and for a while, we've all talked about like the wait lists are fake, and for a while, we would join a wait list, and the next day, converted. Oh, okay, that's great. You know, these are fake. But lately, it seems like wait lists aren't converting, and things are going wait lists, and they're not coming back. At least through Sideshow. Again, there's other places to buy your figures. But Sideshow is the U.S. reseller or retailer. What do you think when you see all of these wait lists, either open or full, like all of these pre-orders that are waitlisted and the high number? Does that make you pause? Do you not think anything of it? Even if you can get it somewhere else, though, does that at least mean like, hey, they've really corrected what they were doing from like 2020 to 2022? And they're really limiting their number of how many they're buying or getting for people.
Or, you mean, yeah. I mean, I think it's a combination of the two here. I mean, is the numbers vastly different from at its peak of what 2020 to like maybe 2022? Probably. It's probably down from there because we're same daily deals popping up. That in-game Thor. 25% off. You can bet your butt it'll be back next week. But all the other stuff seems to be filling up pretty quickly, and that's good to see. But like you said, I mean, this only affects me if Sideshow is my place of choice. I know people enjoy Sideshow for the flexibility of the payments and all this stuff, and that's all good and well. But Sideshow is not the end-all, be-all in regards to are you able to find this figure? So I think it's a combination. I think it's definitely smaller batches than it was before, but at the same time, I still think figures are still readily available. And I think more than anything else, the fact that Hot Toys is kind of its own worst enemy in this regard with the amount of figures that they produce, regardless of the batch size these days, that's still way too many figures for collectors to truly pre-order and keep all of them. Sometimes they're going to get cut and figures come back in. So I saw a crazy one the other day where, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was one of the groups on Facebook. Someone got the Captain America Endgame limited edition one with the whatchamacallit, the suit from gosh, I can't think. Winter Soldier movie. That limited one, their waitlist converted. I converted out of nowhere.
Interesting. So, I saw that was recently.
Yeah, you saw that, right? I think I saw that this week or last week or something like that, just out of the blue. So, I mean, I think they're still out there. I think right now it's sold out, but I think there's going to be a wave of these figures converting on waitlist for a lot of folks, just because the sheer amount, the price, the cost, life in general. I think there are these days that I think collectors are starting to realize there's way more than Sideshow, and they're getting them from there as well too. I don't believe this is real. In a nutshell, it's a sideshow. It's a sideshow sellout, but it's not a true sellout.
Oh, poor Christian. He says, "Will Crosshair convert?"
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. That
too.
ship is sailed. That one.
Dude, if anybody out there is willing to part with a Crosshair for a decent price, please hit my guy Christian Cooper up.
Stay strong, buddy.
I know I forgot to kind of highlight up there in the comments. He said he was thinking about spending $650 on one, but he stayed strong. I mean, damn, it's a tough market right now, and I don't really have great advice other than maybe the hype is at an all-time high. Maybe wait like later in the year once the show is over. Maybe the next show comes out and people forget. Like, it is probably the worst time to buy right now for a Crosshair. But I also understand how you may love the show and you're so in love with the show and you just really want that excitement to be in your display as well with a Crosshair too. So I understand like doing what you have to do to pick them up. So like when the opportunity came for me to pick them up, I knew I couldn't say no. So it just depends on what you're willing to spend. But at the same time, it's a tough line to cross when a figure is that expensive. So yes. So, but if anybody out there has one for a good deal, I know Figurecraft was selling one for a nice deal, but he helped somebody else out. So that ship has sailed as well. So help a brother out. So DLO, what are the figures that are coming home for you, one way or another?
Well, on this page here, it's the Batmobile, of course. That's very, very high on the list for me. I'm very excited about that one. Finally. And on the first page, I would have to say,
what about Tech?
Oh my gosh, where are my manners? Tech. Actually, fun fact, guys, I pre-ordered Tech. Just so you know, I pre-ordered
Really?
Tech. I had so many points from all these. Shout out to Sideshow for just giving me points and not buying from them. But I got all those points from them from all these events that have happened and are about to happen, whatever like that. I don't know. I said, screw it. I'm one bad batch away, member, from completing the sets. Just gonna put it in there and set it and forget it. That's all I did there. So that one's already coming home, according to the Sideshow. But yes, I'm sorry, did not see him. It's a very tiny picture.
Yeah.
Let's see. As far as the rest is concerned, Bane, Mace, Anakin, possibly that Spider-Man. Definitely Mantis.
And I got her pre-ordered.
Maybe that's Batman Armory. Maybe.
I read your mind again. See, I was there. That's a good list. For me, I have 89 Batman pre-ordered. I'm with Brick on that one. I have Mantis. I'm with DLO on this one. I want Bane, but I do have the 1.0, so that one might wait. I need Tech. Hawkworks Toys is going to hook me up with that one. I have the 89 Batmobile, so I think I might pass on this one. I'm not sure about the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 yet, and I think we should talk about this before the end of the show. Groot is the first one that's due out. They've announced the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 figures outside of Mantis and Drax, which I know a lot of people really want a Drax. Where are you guys on this line? Are you not a fan of it? Are you all out? Would you be all in if Drax comes? Piecing it out, where are you at on this, Brick?
Man, I want all these figures. It does disappoint me that there's no Drax, no Mantis, and then there's no oh my gosh, what's her name? Gamora. I know she didn't wear the suit and all that, but it'd still be nice to get.
It'll be nice to get a new one.
Yep. So I'm still in on the line, but it does irritate me and does make me think like, well, do I need it over the Ahsoka line? At least Ahsoka's finishing everything up pretty much, and and doing their thing. Whereas with this Guardians line, it's like, are we ever? I don't want to just have half of it. Kind of sucks.
Yeah. X-Man has a good point too. He's gonna cancel the Kang figure. I forgot all about him. That the actor had a bunch of legal problems, and that story's kind of died. So I wonder, that waitlist is open, but I'm sure that was a small batch. So I wonder how many waitlists will convert on that with people just kind of canceling, because it was really a dead end. Ant-Man Quantum Realm I thought was not good. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but D'Lo, where are you at on the Guardians line?
A lot like X-Men is. I'm kind of over it, if I'm being frank. I've got a serviceable, Star-Lord, Gamora already. I might be enticed by doing the Rocket / Cosmos 2-pack. I kind of like that one. That's kind of the one that's been the most exciting for me. But yeah, Mantis is available separately out there, and honestly, the one that I truly really want is a Drax. So, and my feelings is I've kind of made this peace with myself here. If for some reason they decide to do Drax for part 3 after all this time they do it, I still won't get it. And the reason why is because now I know that they're going to make the other one that I want, the better one for me, in my opinion, the Endgame Guardians 2 version. In my opinion, I think that's what would happen. So at that point, I'm not going for the Jedi mind trick. If they do it, great. If they do it, then that means at this point I've waited long enough that I'm happy with waiting for the one I want.
Gotcha. Sneaker.
And then it saves me much money. I don't have to buy a bunch of Blue Suit Guardian Galaxy if I don't want them.
Right. It's tough too, because I got everybody but Mantis is coming, but I got everybody but Drax and then Rocket and Groot. I could easily get those from Endgame again. So
yeah, but this Groot is
it's sick, and nice. I want the whole Guardians line, but will finances allow that? Because Ahsoka figures are coming out at the same time. I got all these other figures coming out kind of at the same time too. So it's tough. It might break some collectors out there, but we'll have to wait and see. Sneaker, I know you're not as big of a Guardians fan. Are any of these on your radar? Or are you just kind of out on the whole line?
Out. I like Guardians. It's a fun, the movies are fun, but they're not they're fun, good movies. They're by no means my favorite. I like a lot of the other Marvel stuff more. So yeah, luckily for me, I am out completely on all of the Guardians. Yeah.
I like how you say that, luckily for me. Because I
don't want to buy any other lines.
It's 6 figures, right? So
yeah.
I
might pick up I shouldn't say completely out altogether on Guardians. Maybe as my Infinity War Endgame shelf continues to evolve a little bit, I could see myself maybe getting 1 or 2 potentially. But yeah, I don't really have any interest in going full. And I don't care about the third movie figures. So yeah.
Shane, are you in on any of the Guardians figures?
Man, I'm wondering where Big Brother went. He's always making fun of me because I don't buy civilians. And I just put in I'm seriously considering a civilian, and he didn't even take the bait. What is that about? He's playing hard to get, right? So Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the best trilogies. I actually think the best trilogy in the MCU is. I agree. I agree. Trilogy. Haven't finished my sentence, but good for you.
I agree.
I think.
Disagree.
I think the best trilogy in the MCU is actually the Captain America trilogy.
I don't agree.
Winter Soldier is fantastic.
Goated.
I think that Civil War is fantastic, and I gotta say, I never really liked the Captain America character when I was young. I was just thinking, that's just American bullshit. I'm sorry, I know that everyone's American watching.
I know.
Wow.
Don't be. Look, I'm just telling you like it is.
America.
No, listen, I'm just telling you like it is. This is how the rest of the world views you people, right? So I'm looking at them kind of
you people.
Fucking yeah, I'm being full on. I'm
now.
Okay, I've lived in Europe. I know how they talk about us. It's cool.
Shane, let it out. It's okay.
Brick, you know.
No, I get it.
The Irish, we're well able to take a fucking a slagging. You know what slagging
Take a
is?
piss.
No.
Yeah, it's basically
Shit.
we're able to have people, take the piss out of us,
there you
give
go.
us shit.
Take
So I always thought, man, Jesus, fucking Captain America, and thinking he's great. But then I watched the movie and I was like, okay, they set this up really well. The way he was like supposed to be like a puppet, kind of like a war promoting puppet to sell ammunitions and stuff like that, and the way he had a personal problem with it himself, and he was wearing pajamas, which, come on, after 10 you don't wear pajamas. And I was like, this is brilliant. And the way it was like kind of semi-integrated in an alternate reality, I was like, this is awesome. And then when I went into like Winter Soldier and it was like a spy film, I was like, this guy is like has a genuine sense of right and wrong. He's not just going to follow orders. This actually blew my mind. It got me on board with the Captain America character. Loved the trilogy. But anyway, I don't mean to offend anyone.
I think Winter Soldier is
No, you're good.
Winter Soldier
Wait,
is
so
probably one of the best.
did you love America more after you watched the movie? Is that what I'm hearing, Shane?
No, I still prefer potatoes,
No.
but yeah.
I'm just messing, dude.
I'm taking the piss in myself.
I love it.
No,
I love
Taking
it.
the piss. I love it.
Yeah. No, I look. I have a strong American connection because my grandfather actually moved to America and then fought in the Korean War and then actually moved back to Ireland. But I've been over to America a bunch of times. I have a good time for America. But like, I think the Captain America is the best trilogy in the MCU. However, followed closely by the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Very nice.
There's no reason for me to like that trilogy. Think about how you explain that trilogy to someone. Imagine James Gunn going, right, this is the pitch. We got a tree. We got a WE guy. WWE, he's painted blue. He's got tattoos. We got a green girl. We got a cocky American jock. And we got a raccoon. You feeling it? No, I'm not feeling it at all. But he made us feel it because of the music and the humor and the action and the storyline. And by the end of it, it was like, Rocket is one of my favorite characters in the MCU. It had no business being that good. But anyway, no, I'm not getting the figures. Sorry, guys. But like, it's not fair. It's not fair on the Guardians of the Galaxy fans. It's like, you try to complete the set and they don't give you a decent Drax. And then
BS. To make us wait this long too is BS.
Like, you're nearly better off. Me personally, if I was collecting them, I'd want the versions that all look different. They were all unique, but they fit together. They're an eclectic group, like the Star-Lord with the long coat. You know what I mean? They don't all need to be wearing team suits, like. But Jesus, just give us the Drax and give us the Mantis in the team suit.
So I could see them passing on Mantis because they haven't even released this one yet. But I could also see them giving us Mantis because it'd be so easy to just do, you know. But do they want to have two Mantis figures out on the shelves at the same time? I don't know. But Drax is overdue. When was the last announcement we got for? It was a long time ago for Guardians 3. So, I mean,
Yeah, it's been a minute. I mean, longer to count. I think
It's a long time.
how you
I think
figure
we-
things? We'll get the Drax tonight. If we stay up late enough, we'll get it tonight.
Let's do it. I got 2 more beers. Let's go.
Wake
Also,
up,
I'm just
take a
looking at
piss.
I'm looking at my my analytics on my channel here, and all of the American viewers have unsubscribed. Fair enough. Okay.
We got a new channel member tonight. That's 3 for tonight. Awesome stuff going on. We got Neil Horrific with the taking the plunge and becoming a channel member of the Jedi Knights Watch. Thank you so much for watching and just being extra generous and supporting the channel. I appreciate it. And this one's for you.
Yes! That's awesome!
Yes, he says, let's see here. Gee, you sold me by bringing the bottle out. Was it the bottle of bourbon? Because every Wednesday, you can. People probably think I'm an alcoholic. Every Wednesday, you can see me enjoying myself with a bottle of bourbon or scotch, or maybe on the rare occasion, Irish whiskey. I'm waiting for Shane to send me a good bottle. But
No, that can be arranged. We just call it Tuesday though.
yeah. I'm a big fan of the Jameson, the Black Barrel.
Yes,
I love
yes,
that
yeah.
stuff.
I would agree with you. Actually, the grandfather I was talking about, who moved to America, long story. When he was alive, every Christmas we used to buy him a bottle of, I think it was Jameson 20. It was just a little bit more aged, a bit smoother, a bit more expensive, but easier to drink.
Sure.
But I think they replaced that with Black Barrel. But Black Barrel's good.
I like Bushmills 10 year.
That's
so good.
Don't think I've ever had it.
Isn't the Brick? What's the
Rider's Tears.
No, the bird.
The bird.
I'm
The word?
blanking on this.
Is it Shivers Regal?
No. Son of a gun.
Oh,
Is he-
yeah, the
Yep.
red breast.
Red Breast.
Yeah.
Red Breast 12 is really good too. You ever had that, Shane?
It's good.
No.
Okay.
Tell you what I haven't had. I haven't drinking that piss. What's it? Proper 12. I won't drink that. That McGregor's crap. I won't drink that. That's toilet cleaner. I'm not drinking that. They say it's what's it called? It is. I got it right, isn't it? Proper 12. I'd say
Yep,
it's aged
Proper
about
12.
2 years. No, I'm not entertaining that.
Wow. So,
No,
follow up question to that: have you seen the new Roadhouse movie?
I won't watch that.
Very nice.
You
1.6 shooter.
It's fantastic. It's a guilty pleasure.
That guy, he had the world at his feet in 2015. He was winning fights. Well, first of all, he was actually fighting. Second of all, he was winning. Third of all, that guy was like, he was a plumber. He was a tradesman. He was on course to being a tradesman. He describes a story where like he was getting up in the winters at like 5 o'clock in the morning. He didn't have a car, and he was basically like hated being a tradesman. And he was like, this is a time when MMA in Ireland never even existed. And he was like, no, I'm going MMA. It wasn't a thing, like. And he made his way up. I respect all that graft, but he's thrown it away, man. He's thrown it away. He's still multi-millionaire, which is fair enough. I'm not sure. Yeah, but no, I haven't watched the movie, man. I haven't watched the movie.
It's a fun watch. It picks up when he joins the movie.
I've seen a few memes.
You've seen them, huh?
Where he's like, this is Conor McGregor in every movie or every scene. He's like doing the walk, and it's just like it just cracks me up.
It's worth a watch. I recommend it.
I hear it's the best rating or the most views of any Prime opening.
Yeah.
So,
But doesn't that tell you something about the intelligence of the audience?
Yeah.
That sounds condescending because it should be.
Casablanca wants me to do like an OnlyFans page, I think, but call it Only Grams. What do you guys think? Should I do something like that?
teddy bears
Maybe
and like
show some nip or?
Listen, if it rhymes, you have to do it.
Just like
have
your head a little higher up. Give
have
them a
like
little-
really nice, sexy music in the background as they
Whoa.
become a member.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
God, could you imagine the
Flowers
flack I'd
around
get
you and
from YouTubers if I had some sort of
Link
No, they just
in
didn't,
bio.
they didn't come up with it first.
right?
Moving on.
We got another super chat from Carlos. $5 super chat, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Not needed, but definitely welcome. Thank you for the super chat. He says, for everyone in the panel, what's your most expensive figure market value?
Oof.
I honestly think mine is Crosshair at this point.
Dark Side Anakin, probably.
That's a good one. Lando, yeah.
Let's look
DX13
around.
would probably be my second, because that's probably around 550 to 6.
Yeah, probably Crosshair for what he's going for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or Warner Bros. 100 Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman?
She's going
Yeah,
for
that's a good one.
a lot too.
I haven't looked at the value of my figures in a long time. Should I just like start throwing some figures out and tell me if they're okay? Let's see.
What do you think?
Well, Crosshair for sure. That's one right there, right?
That's like I saw one listed today for $850. Like
It's probably gonna be hard to beat right now for a single figure.
Yeah.
I feel like
for now. What about Tarkin? Tarkin's still expensive.
still
like
expensive.
500.
Yeah.
500. Krennic.
Actually, I
354.
looked at Krennic recently, and he's around the 450, 500 range too.
All right,
Wow.
not bad. We can do
It's
better.
going
Yeah.
up.
How about my Han and Chewie 2-pack? Is that still worth something?
Yeah, 950 ish. Yeah,
All right.
it's good. I think he's just flexing on us, to be honest.
I honestly I
All
stopped
right,
looking
Dilo,
because
you
it
can
was
stop.
depressing.
You can stop now.
You can stop now.
The answer a few years ago would have been my short trooper from Rogue One.
Ooh, that's a good question. We should talk about like
But,
what
you know,
figure that
so now
was
I
the
have to
highest,
look.
took the biggest hit.
What
Yeah.
figure took the biggest hit?
Yeah,
Oh, it has to be the DX07s.
that's true too.
That's true.
Which is also in my collection.
One that I think of as my nightmare Batman.
That was my second choice.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a huge cut.
Let's see.
But Shore Trooper's up there, but I got mine for cheap. So
I was looking around and I realized
I
I
don't
have
think
like
it has any that have really cut down in value yet. Once that the new Anakin comes
Make good
out, then
decisions.
his will come crashing down.
Yeah.
I was looking around and I realized
Anybody
I have,
wants
like,
it? It's for sale.
Oh,
seven
he's on his
figures,
Dark Side
so-
Anakin, guys, in the chat. Hit him up.
I think
DX11 took a
let me
hit,
see.
says Joey.
I think mine would be the DX, either the Robocop with the chair, the 1987, the DX13, or the
It's a good one.
DX08 Joker. I think I'd probably get more
DX2.
money for the Robocop in the chair because of the
I want that chair.
size of it.
Yeah,
I want
DLO
that
is
chair too.
hot and bothered about
I
that chair.
feel guilty because I'm not currently displaying the chair.
Take
Because when I
it.
first got it, I sat him down the chair for about 6 months, and then I moved him up, and he's displayed just holding the gun, and I have the chair undisplayed. But the chair is probably something that should go front and center.
Well, it's tough though. I mean, I have the Emperor with the throne, and I mean, these guys know it. I've had a really hard time fitting that throne in to be displayed properly with the figure as well. So I don't know. Sometimes you love those accessories, but they don't necessarily fit with what you're doing either. So it's tough to.
Do you know
get
what it
blended.
is? Like, no matter how good, I think collectors they have a bit of that kind of like OCD brain. Like, you know, I know we say
I do,
OCD, but it's not real OCD. Like OCD is, there's some crazy stories I've heard about people with real OCD. But in terms of like being hyper organized, we do like to have things organized. But when you rearrange your display, and I heard you talking about this recently, Graham, about how it's almost like the ripple effect. You get one new figure in, you're like, I want to display that next to that, but there's not really space there. So if I put that there, where am I going to put that? And there's a ripple effect.
Right.
And offsets your whole collection. I totally get that. I heard that, and I just kind of remember actually I was in the gym and I had it in the headphones. I was like, that is so true. And I stood there having an epiphany in agreements with you. And people started looking at me strange. So I continued through what I was doing. But my point is that, like, when you do that and you have something in the collection and you have everything just right, after a few months you kind of get a little bored with it. And then you have to take him off the chair and make him stand up, or you have to sit him down, or maybe it's the type of character that if you have sit in the chair for too long, it's going to... Apparently the rubber on the back of Robocop's knees bursts on the older figures, so I didn't want that to happen to mine. It's a thing, man. It's a thing.
Dang.
Yeah.
No, it's true. And like, I have all my figures standing, and then if I have one in the middle sitting, it just throws it all off for me. I don't know. I just can't do it. But poor Christian. Why did it have to be Crosshair? Poor bastard.
And sorry, X-Man Supreme, an epiphany. It's when you have like a moment of clarity.
Yeah.
Oh, Piffy, what?
An epiphany, yeah. Like alcoholics have it the whole time.
Oh yeah, no,
Now,
I
you
got that.
guys
That's why I'm
wouldn't
laughing at his chat
understand.
message. Yeah, InArt Joker took a big hit too. That rooted InArt Joker, man. Oof.
This is a good question. We got Brett Banner in the house. He says, "What's up, guys? Am I the only one who sells a figure if it hits a crazy price?" No, but I won't just sell a figure because it hits a crazy price. Like, have I contemplating selling this? Like, man, 850. If I could get that, that'd be nice, but I can't. But like, there was one that comes to mind, and that was as Brick has. It was actually my Dark Side Anakin. When I'm trying to think of the show that came out, that Which show came out when we first saw Anakin again? Kenobi. I think it was Kenobi.
Kenobi, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, I think we're gonna get another Anakin," and I sold it at the high point because I'm like, I'm never gonna get more than this right now. So, that's one that I did sell when it hit a crazy price. But outside of that, Yondu I sold, but it was really to just fund the DeLorean. So,
But
decision.
did you get Yondu back?
no, haven't.
Man, because you were like looking for that for a while.
I know. I'm a dog.
That's your
chasing
second one, though,
cars.
right? Correct?
I don't-
That was the second. Yeah. That was the
First.
second one you have. That was the first one?
I've only had it once. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you sold and got it back and then sold it for DeLorean. That would have been
Nope.
a better story.
Nope. Would have made me look like an idiot, but no, yeah, I've only had it once.
Hmm.
But is there any figure like that got to a crazy price and you're like, "Yep, I'm just gonna sell it and just get out of this thing"? No.
Nope.
I've got an InArt Gandalf sitting in bubble wrap,
Anybody?
untouched.
Anybody?
And yes, I am looking for eBay prices. So if anybody, the true InArt,
Why? But why?
but why
Are
not?
Are you a Lord of the Rings fan? Are you a big
I
Lord of the
am.
Rings fan?
But I'm a fan of money.
As Shane would say, I gotta take
Yeah.
a piss. I'll be right back.
I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. But I don't know. For
But
me,
like, that's probably, I think, that so far,
Mhm.
and I'm a fair weather Lord of the Rings fan.
Mhm.
But that, I think, is InArt's best
I do too.
offering so far.
I do
And,
three.
like,
I
and
do
I'm
three.
being completely unbiased because as much as I love the Dark Knight and Heath Ledger Joker, and we're all sick of talking about the fucking Joker.
Sure.
But like, just on a objective approach,
Greatest
review,
trilogy of all time.
the Lord of the Rings Gandalf is a more impressive figure than say the InArt Joker is. And so, like, have you unboxed it?
Nope. Haven't touched it.
Oh, why not?
Because,
New sealed for sale.
Sealed for sale. I mean, I'm thinking about it. I haven't done anything yet, but I mean, look, oh, hey, Daniel, if you're still watching.
No, he left. He left a while
Oh,
ago.
sure?
Yep. He said good night.
I'm going to be honest with you,
DLO.
D'Lo, and this is an unpopular opinion. I would scalp that shit. I would.
That's what he's gonna do, but he's
Matt,
he's
you're right.
lazy to get it listed.
DLO posts figures for sale like he posts his YouTube videos.
Well said.
That's
I wasn't
awesome.
paying attention to anything you said. What's that?
Oh,
There
okay,
you go.
nothing.
He said you post figures for sale like you post YouTube videos.
Fair.
I'll give you my
Can't deny
I'll
it.
give you my Lightyear.
Can't deny it. Can't deny it.
Oh hey.
This is when you
If
know.
you're just
this is-
joining us live, you're having a live channel giveaway. D'Lo was giving out a brand new inbox.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
All for the
Gandalf.
Jedi
Yes.
Knights Watch's
Mhm.
cause. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Only if we
D'Lo.
get 100 people in
PayPal.
here.
I'll give you my PayPal, guys. After
Everybody,
the show.
just pick a number in the chat, and we're gonna go through the 68 here, and whoever's number I pick gets the Gandalf.
We would start the giveaway when we hit 69.
Hope he watches the replay. Actually, yeah. Give me like 2 seconds here.
Are you gonna open it?
No.
People are starting to do numbers, D'Lo. The numbers are rolling in.
Daniel, if you're here or if you watch
He's
this
not
replay,
here.
you got this. I know you don't. I saw your Facebook comment. All
Why,
right,
was he
I'm
looking
done
for
trolling the
it?
man.
All right.
Was he
Yeah.
looking for it?
No, just he praises InArt, but he doesn't buy their figures. But I
I'm
do,
not
and I
sure.
hate them somehow.
I'm not sure. All right, I'm not sure if you watched the Hope Show on Monday night, but I asked Ian the Silver Fox. I was like, listen, I want to challenge the fact checker Jose Plus. He's in the comment section there. He's on the panel. We do this thing once a week where someone challenges Jose, and like Jose and another panel member get asked 3 questions each. Like the first one is like, what year was a movie was released? It could be any movie. Who directed whatever movie and who played the character, whatever character it was. So I got Ian, the Ancient Silver Fox, to make the questions for the last Monday, thinking I want to take this guy on because I think my film knowledge is quite good. The guy took me to the cleaners, man. The questions were hard. I don't know where he pulled those bloody answers out of, but like I was genuinely impressed. So if anyone wants to come on the Hope Show on Monday nights and Fact check the fact checker. Make sure your ducks are in a row because I think Jose Plus is the real deal, guys.
Oh boy.
And I'm done saying nice things about him. I'm gonna go back to abusing him now.
I believe they call that gaslighting, but continue.
Yeah, exactly.
Just give
All
them
right.
enough.
Well, if D'Lo's not going to sell that figure, I guess we're just about done here.
Wait, don't go.
No, stay.
Stay.
No man, we gotta get spicy.
Wait, we have. Hold on.
I'm joking. I'm
Look.
totally joking.
First of all, anybody checking Facebook, making sure we're not signing off before
I've been
something
checking.
drops?
I've been checking.
You're checking
We got
after?
10 minutes.
Okay. We got a few minutes here, guys. I mean, we still haven't talked about the dark side.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Dark Side, like the actual
No.
poster.
Well, what about Back to the Future? Come on.
No,
Yeah.
we're not talking about. It's 2 hours and 26 minutes. Shane is like
can't even talk
3:30 in the
about
middle of the night.
the actual
Whoa.
revenue.
Don't
Get
put
another
this
figure
on me.
monster.
Don't put this on me. I've accepted tomorrow's going to be brutal. I've accepted
go.
this. Don't you put this
I
on
know.
me.
Tomorrow's going to be very brutal.
We could talk about the dark side. We could talk about if they're actually going to do Back to the Future too. We got another 4 hours left in this guy.
Oh, fuck.
Easily,
I
but
must not sleep tonight.
we'll do 30 minutes.
We do have 64 still in the chat, so I appreciate you guys all sticking with us. I did do a poll here. I want to end that poll because we were talking about some stuff. 35 votes. Which is better, Captain America trilogy, 45%, or Guardians, 37%, other, 17%. The chat is with you, Shano. They are with you on Captain America trilogy.
That's bloody good, man. I gotta say, he made me a believer.
Wait, who'd you guys favorite Marvel character? I don't think
Spider-Man,
we've ever talked
100%.
about this on the show.
Oh, that's tough.
This is
Never-
Steve where we
Black
disagree.
Widow?
Because
Favorite Marvel character.
you dirty,
Widow.
dirty boy.
Gut Widow.
Gut Widow.
The Black Widow.
Not figure, character, like actual character from the movies.
Character.
From the movies? Okay. Does it have to be the MCU or can it be other Marvel movies?
I'll wait in the end.
Shane, go ahead. Shane, say what you're gonna say before you lose your train of thought. I don't care, D'Lo. Whatever.
Wolverine.
Whatever. That's a good one.
I thought it was the MCU. Sorry.
New rules
we
got to be
can
MCU.
Euro.
Okay. If it's MCU, I do think it's I do think it's Iron Man, but I don't think the Iron Man trilogy is as good as the Captain America trilogy. And also, in Civil War, I prefer Cap's logic, as in I'm not going to be just a soldier. I'm going to think for myself what's right, what's wrong, because that's the way I'd be kind of thinking. But I like how Tony's an asshole. I really like that. In the same way that in the
Team Iron Man.
Suicide Squad, the way no one liked Peacemaker because he's an asshole, but he was good at playing the asshole. In the same way that Joffrey in Game of Thrones,
I hate
he was a
Joffrey.
bad person. We all hate him, but we love to hate him.
Can I just say something
Fair.
about this trilogy that is supposedly goated in the MCU?
Wow.
I'll be that guy again. So I just want to say that that third
Careful.
movie, Civil War, was completely rushed, in my opinion. And I think there should have been a second part. And by that, I don't think it was the best trilogy. It happened. It was just all over the place. Happened too fast. Boom! All of a sudden, they're buddy again. And
Boo bam.
man,
You mean like
like I said,
there'd be like Captain America: The First Avenger, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Captain
Amazing movie.
America: Civil War, and then Captain
Part 1 and
America:
2,
Not
yes.
So Civil War.
should have been
you're
part
saying?
1 and 2. There's a lot of story in that with the comic books and everything, and it just seems so fast. It was fun. It was fine, but I don't think it was better than Guardians.
It's so hard to take
Man,
something
Winter
from
Soldier
comic
was like
books.
the-
and
Winter
put it-
Soldier is by far one of the best MCU movies. I'll give it.
100%.
I'll give Winter Soldier that. Yeah,
100%. That's a great topic.
and I love
your
Cap.
best five.
I love the Cap trilogy. I thought that the third one was rushed.
No, stay.
So in that case, I think Guardians.
No, they'll go.
Wait, Shane. So you're saying Shane, your favorite character is Iron Man overall? Any character?
In the MCU, I think so, but you say that as if you know that I like a character more.
All right.
I gotta say, I think so. In terms of MCU, I mean, Spider-Man, it's close second. No, man, Steve, I gotta say, man, any time of the day I can put on 2008 Iron Man and put a smile on my face. I like the way he's arrogant. I like the way he's not perfect. I like the way he's got his demons, and it had the perfect start, middle, and end. Like the start was obviously 2008 Iron Man. The middle was kind of like the Civil War and the kind of like the disconnect between himself and Cap and his way of doing things and Cap's way of doing things. And the end was, I'm gonna sacrifice myself, even though I just literally won the lottery with Pepper and my beautiful 5-year-old girl, and I'm gonna snap and I'm gonna save the entire world, even though I told Captain America, guys, I've got too much to lose, when they came looking for me, but he was still willing to set. I love that. I just think, man.
Graham's
and then
crying
the whole
now.
cheeseburger scene, I am crying. I am crying. But you know what I'm saying? He's not a perfect person, and people are more interested in me when they're not perfect, because none of us are perfect. And I really liked his arc, could I say? Even though Captain America's probably a better person overall.
I don't think I've ever been asked who's my favorite MCU character. I don't know if I have an answer, to be honest.
I know we've never talked about this.
Random.
It's really tough because there's times when I really love Iron Man. There's times where I really don't like him. Same with Captain America. Hulk is amazing, but I don't think he'd be a favorite. Guardians, I love all of the Guardians together, but I don't know if I love one of them, more than anybody else. Somebody said Thanos, which is a good one, but
good villain, but
I don't know if he's my favorite character. So yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one. I think if I had to pick like a group, it'd be the Guardians, obviously. But man, picking one is it's really tough for me to answer. We got Low Key Collector in the house. My dude, sup, y'all? We had him on last week, so if you guys missed that, go check that out. Really cool dude. Really good to catch up with him. Has a killer collection and is another Batman fanatic, so he's good in my book. So thank you for being here, Calvin, and stopping in. Everybody in the chat is also saying hello to Calvin. Let's make this quick. I know I'm running out of steam. So, what do we want to talk about first? The Back to the Future or the Dark Side?
Gotta go dark side, baby. Got to.
Going Dark Side. Start us off, DLO. What's on your mind? What do you think's going to come of this?
Not all of it.
That's for show.
Let's see.
We'll get a Dooku, and that'll be about it.
Yep. Psych. Thanks, everybody. See you guys next year. Well, you know what? I'd rather start with like what I don't think is really coming on this year. So, what the hell? I'll start with the obvious one. I don't think we're gonna get a 2.0 reissue of Kylo Ren. Call me crazy. Just don't see it in the cards for Mr. Kylo Ren.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Let's see. What else here?
No Vader either.
No. Well, I mean, is that the Kenobi Vader? Or is that the Return of Jedi? I think it's Kenobi.
They could do, I guess, Revenge of the Sith, right? Potentially.
I think the one I'm curious about outside of the characters that we haven't gotten yet for reissue, the one I'm curious about are the two. Is Dooku and then a possible Maul. Would they redo a Maul figure?
Yeah, they wouldn't. They'd rebrand it.
25th.
Yeah, they wouldn't. They'd just rebrand it Phantom Menace 25th anniversary. I think that's how that's going to go down.
Could. Sure. What's got me interested about this one is because the Maul that we're talking about here has a lighter red color. Anybody who owns the original DXs, it's a darker shade. It's not an accurate shade of paint for that Maul. It's much darker in tone. It should be much brighter like this here. So my first reaction is, oh, this is going to be a 2.0. Then I realized they photoshopped this directly off the cover art box of the DX that I have. So it's the same exact one. It just doesn't look like that in the actual figure form. So I'm going to go 50-50 on this one here. I'm not entirely sold that it would be one. So that's just my speculation on that one.
X-Men says they can't do anything else with Maul. I respectfully disagree. I think the Sideshow sculpt was always better. I think I think Hot Toys could do a lot better job of getting the portrait to be more accurate to Ray Park and Phantom Menace mall. So I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Were you completely satisfied with that one, or do you think it could be better?
I'm telling you, we'll get a third head sculpt. We'll get the gritting teeth look, and they got to do something different. I think that's what they'll do.
I think it'll be completely new. I think it'll be updated
They
new.
should.
I also can see them potentially not including like his desert cloak. Potentially not including his desert cloak and making it more like Duel of the Fates focus type of, making it centered more on Duel of the Fates. I feel like that would be cooler. They're like the speeder, not going to happen. I don't think that's in the cards. I think that's not going to happen. But they're going to do it like this. For me, I feel like is a safe bet for them to do another mall for Phantom Menace 25th anniversary Darth Maul. This is like, I feel like, the one that is probably the most likely to happen, to be honest.
Well, I don't want it unless the torso separates. How about that?
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
that
really
would
cool.
be really cool if they could do something like that.
Magnetized.
Yeah, make it magnetic so you can just pop it off and do that would be awesome.
Casablanca's calling me out. He says, you almost said Phantom of the Opera, LOL. Yes, I did. I will admit, I'm getting a little
100%.
tired. And
If
I
he
think
didn't, I
I've
would've-
had about 6 glasses of bourbon here. So forgive me if I'm starting to slur a little bit, or if I'm starting to lose my words. So you're right, though. It's true. Phantom of the Opera.
Meanwhile,
Shane's just opening up another one here.
it's getting brighter.
No,
here.
but in all seriousness, though, I was never truly satisfied with the portrait of the mall figure. I just thought Sideshow was always better. I thought the face was narrower. It looked more like Ray Park. And I was actually looking for the Sideshow version before I settled on a good deal for the Hot Toys figure as well. So just personal opinion, but I think they could do that figure a lot better, especially, since it's been a few years. Dooku is interesting, though. I mean,
Not gonna happen.
is there a market for a Dooku, Shane?
Yes.
Steve with
I agree with Steve.
Sorry, Shane. I took your
conviction.
answer.
No, I agree with Steve.
There's a market. I don't think it's going to happen. I personally don't think it's going to happen, but there's a market for it. I know people really want it, so I don't want to dash you hopes to those individuals. But sorry, go ahead, Shane.
I think. I agree.
Sorry, go ahead.
Trying to be like me.
Okay,
No?
think about this. Now.
your blast
They
on me.
basically, they didn't really plan this out because they threw a lot. They're saying it's the dark side, but they really should have rebranded it like the bad guys, because isn't Gideon inside there and he's technically not a force wielder? Maybe I'm wrong on that.
Be careful, Shane. Do not spew lies.
But he's there, but he doesn't have the force. Would that be right?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just kind of going for the whole
Bad guys.
bad guys.
Okay, but the dark side sounds way more cooler. I accept that. Right. So the Moff Gideon is on pre-order. They've already done them all. I think they're going to do a 25th anniversary because they've announced they're going to do a 25th anniversary, and we're not getting everything we want or everything the prequels collector wants. I don't think they're going to get a Little Annie. I don't think they're going to get a Jar Jar. I do think they're going to get an Obi-Wan.
So I'm looking forward
And they're
to.
going to get a
Surprised they haven't
2.0
done a
Maul.
Jar Jar yet, to be honest. Like, it'd be so easy. You don't really need a likeness. Very
100%, but like that's the
I
kind
don't
of
want one,
logical
but
thing that they don't do. I think they're going to get a mall with something that we haven't seen before, maybe a better likeness, and it's 25th anniversary, but they're going to put the dark side tag on it. I don't think this, you know, the way like the 40th anniversary Empire came in their own boxes, or the 40th Jedi came in the I think this is not going to have their own boxes, but they're going to be like 25th anniversary Phantom Menace, but they're going to have a dark side logo on it, which ties it to this, what you have on screen. I think this is more of a showcase. I do think that is that Dart Revan up there? Sorry, I'm
That is.
call me casual, call me
It is.
It is
Dart
Revan.
Revan on the right. Now,
Isn't it sad that you're a casual now if you just really love just the OT?
I know.
Just a casual fan.
Don't be open. I know what you're doing. I'm not taking the bait. Right. But can you see Dart Revan's left hand? Look at the hand particularly. He's kind of gripping that a bit Lego-y, isn't he? Anyone see that?
Now you're baiting Brick now. I like this.
No, but no.
Can't talk anymore.
Okay. Am I wrong, or does it look very like an action figure?
Which
it's
person
a
are we
figure.
talking about here?
It's a figure.
So I think that we're
I'm
going to
convinced,
get.
too.
I think Dart Revan is going to come out, and it's going to be the VGM. Is that KOTOR? Would that be right? Or
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen. And there's no head sculpt there.
Knights of the Old Republic.
And I think you're going to get. I got the lingo, and then you're going to get the Star Killer as well. And they've already teased the 2 Inquisitors, so yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's any 2.0s here apart from maybe Maul.
Did you say you think Maul's going to be branded Phantom Menace, like 25th
Yeah.
anniversary?
Yeah. What else are they actually realistically going to do for the 25th anniversary? Okay, we know we want an Obi-Wan. I think that's going to be the internet breaker in the same way that last year the Attack of the Clones, Anakin and Padme were the internet breakers. I do think you're like, and the thing is, you want it. You are like the Obi-Wan man. You want that.
I want it.
1999 Episode 1.
Want it. Need it.
Why haven't they done that? It's so weird. If there was 3 figures that I'd want personally from the prequels, and I don't even collect the prequels, it is Darth Maul, my boy Liam, and the Obi-Wan. That is the Duel of Fates is the best live action lightsaber. Is okay.
Whoa.
It is. I agree.
It is the best choreographed, most exciting one. But I prefer Empire Strikes Back in terms of the gravity and the cinematography.
What about Revenge of the Sith?
Thank you. Preach, brother Brick.
Man.
Well,
I
most
hate
of
you.
it's very hard to see it with all this CGI.
You were my brother Annie. I loved you. Nothing.
That's the only one that can tear me up.
me?
Is that fight? But Duel of the Fates, I agree with you.
Listen, the emotions
choreographed.
was there. The emotions were there. But I think when I saw that guy igniting that double-bladed lightsaber, and the fact that the guy was actually a martial arts expert, when he actually moved, I was thinking, man, he's actually doing this stuff. That was so well choreographed. It wasn't just the music. It wasn't just his athleticism. It wasn't the fact that he has a double-bladed lightsaber. It wasn't the fact that there was 2 of them. It was perfect. But the Empire Strikes Back, even though it was slower, it was the gravity of the whole situation. Sorry.
Waiting for Darth Jack Sparrow.
Actually, it's Jacques, isn't the
Jacques.
it's accurate. It's accurate though.
It is accurate.
Yeah, it's accurate.
It is accurate. Yep.
Nobody's mentioned, unless I've missed it because I'm just kind of zoning out, but nobody's mentioned the Emperor Palps.
He's right
Revenge
there.
of this.
Clone
Yeah,
Wars,
Yeah, that's
He's announced already.
That's what you're getting.
no, not that one. Revenge of the Sith.
No, this is what you're getting.
This is what you're getting. Yeah.
This is it.
No. Is there any way we could get a Revenge of the Sith Palps?
No.
No way.
What do you mean no?
Not for this.
Not,
Yes,
I'm
we'll
saying
get it.
not for this event. Not for the
No.
Power of the Dark
Who are
Side.
you?
No. Future,
Don't
yeah.
look for Hot Toys.
Future, yeah. But I think this is going to be like exactly kind of what
Whatever
we
you
all
see
said.
here is the possibility. This is.
I
it.
think their display is going to be probably all of this stuff, and then the ones that are going to be
canon.
the ones that are going to be, they'll probably announce them before the event. Like, hey, these are going to be the ones that are for sale. I think one of the posts too. There's a post that went up about this that was in Chinese, and it said too. It mentioned like limited and exclusive shop items. So like, there's thought about potentially this like something in here being a limited release. And my bet would be probably one of the video game figures, because that's what they do for the VGM stuff apparently now, is make it limited. So I pray they do not make Darth Revan limited, because that would really suck, or Star Killer for that matter. But
I've got a question for the panel.
Yeah.
Think of an IP you don't collect. Hello and welcome to 16 Figure Focus. You just lined us live.
Ooh, cheap plug. Get it off the screen. Get it off the screen. Get off the screen.
Yeah. And if you join now, yeah. No, if you think of a line that you don't collect from, that you've kind of wanted to delve into, but you've kind of disciplined yourself to go, no, I don't want to go down that line because it's a slippery slope. Like if you were to allow yourself one little bit of I don't collect that line, but I'd like that figure, what would it be? I'll start us off just to give you an example. I don't particularly collect prequels. I do 2 clones, but I would like a Darth Maul. You know what I mean? As in, I don't collect the prequels, but I think Darth Maul was one of the best things about the prequels. If is there any lines or IPs or movies you're like, I don't collect from that TV show, I don't collect from that trilogy, I don't collect from that movie, but I would like to just delve into one particular thing a bit. What would you?
That's a good question.
I'm going to throw myself to the wolves on this one here because I don't have that kind of restraint because I just do it.
I was thinking.
Tough. That's super tough for me. I mean, if we're going back to like early on, I was solely just a DC guy. I was collecting some Marvel while Marvel was still hot. And I actually did not want to collect Star Wars just because I knew myself well enough. If I picked up one figure from Star Wars, it was over for me. And I did it anyways. And
this is why
now
Steve is in a bad spot. He
That's
started
why
off Star Wars. He was a good kid.
I did the exact same thing as DLO. Same exact thing. Hi guys. I did the same exact thing. Okay.
Oh, put him up.
Keep him up.
Oh, he's like, oh, now you've upset him.
Steve, did you put your mono in between?
He did.
Module cases?
Can I speak without being interrupted? Yeah. So I actually put it right. It's on a little riser. It's on a little riser that I
magnificent bastard
sitting right there. So I elevated it. It looks good. Thank you.
Lights up right.
Yeah, it looks good. That carnage looks huge. Huge.
It's very huge.
Huge. That's what they say in Dublin. Oh my god, that's huge. That's a Dublin accent, like.
Grandma's had too much to drink tonight. No, I did exactly what DLO did, like what DLO's talking about. Like I don't have I had restraint initially, and then it was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna start collecting Marvel. I'm gonna start collecting DC, and then just went down the rabbit holes of those two. Yeah,
I do have one that, I mean, it's the only one that really comes to mind. So like for Marvel, I'm kind of more limited on, like, I'm trying to stay within the Endgame, Infinity War-ish line, like Avengers. Like Brick has it, and it's Yelena. Like it's a great figure. He was nice enough to let me review it, and it's a really nice figure. But at the same time, it's not something I feel like I can collect because it doesn't fit within my Avengers that I've got right now. So that's one that pops into my head. But it's hard because I don't have too much like that. Like the prequels were something of along those lines for me, but then I started dabbling in the Bad Batch, and then that leaked into Captain Rex and Clone Wars Anakin. So yeah, it's tough because I've kind of just got what I've wanted for the most part.
Yeah. Do you ever get like re-excited about?
I'm on mute this whole time. Yeah. I have one thing here about the dark side. I'm curious here. If this was branded Dark Side and not 25th anniversary, would this matter to anybody in the panel? Like, let's say, for example, if it was the Dark Maul, for example, if it was Dark Maul 2.0, but it was Dark Side and not 25th anniversary, would that matter to anybody?
I think that would bother people.
Yeah, that bothered me.
No.
The thing
is,
just
gonna say it on the box,
right?
But he's still from the movie.
Like, if it's branded Phantom Menace 25th anniversary, the same way that they did the packaging for the 40th anniversary Empire or the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi, and it's just a little tag Dark Side, I presume you'd be okay with that.
Yeah,
look how many people got upset with Amazing Spider-Man.
I have a question for DLO.
What was so amazing about that Spider-Man?
But it was the box art. Like, everyone was like, why is it branded Amazing Spider-Man? It's like, come on. So people be upset.
DLO, I have a question for you.
What's up, bro?
The Jack Sparrow, is that going to be more of like a stand-in for the Black Pearl for you, or did you enjoy whatever movie that's from? I can't remember.
That's which one is this? It's not Stranger Tides. Dead Man Tells No Tales.
I feel like you can remember, but that's a little dig at you.
No, so So is that going to be like a stand-in for Black Pearl, like just Pirates of the Caribbean for you, or do you like those other movies in the anthology?
Yeah, so the trilogy was fantastic. I mean, one is always going to be the best out of the three there. I think the next movie without the cast and it was just Stranger Tides, I think that was a step down in quality. And I think they finished strong with Dead Man Tells No Tales. So I'm good with it for it being that. It's no way will I ever say that is my Curse of the Black Pearl. Because this one, the character's about maybe 20 years older at that point. And he's aged. He was much younger when he started. So yeah, it's very easy for me to say, no, that's definitely just Dead Man Tells No, but not Curse of Black Pearl for me. So
No further questions.
Yeah.
That was it then. I was hoping you'd say something else so I could take a
thought you would
didn't,
get
so.
me, but I got you.
Mother beep.
I every time it goes quiet, I'm gonna ask you another thinker because there's no way that I'm staying up till 5:30 in the morning and letting you get away earlier. Anyway, so if the Hot Toys were to do an artisan, and it was like an artisan that you, like, as in like you get to choose what it is. What would it
Artisan
be?
Mall.
Are you trying to be funny, Graham?
Graham is intoxicated. I'll be his spokesperson from here on out.
Okay. Leave me alone. It is
If there was one to pick,
3 hours since we've been on here.
Like a DLO, like a DLO, seriously, like an artisan, like a Ripley.
That'd be amazing. That'd
Oh, I
fantastic.
thought it was Star Wars.
No, artisan.
Don't have Star
Anything.
Wars.
Anything. Okay.
No.
Harley Quinn, need it.
I'll stop
Qui-Gon
now. I'm
Jinn-
sorry.
Qui-Gon
sorry.
Jinn.
We can all go to
Qui-
bed.
Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn, 25th anniversary artisan edition Qui-Gon. Book it.
Artisan Predator. I want
Sarah
real cred.
Connor. Sarah Connor. T2. That would be my call. I'd want that one.
The Crow. How come every time I say something it gets really quiet?
You say bad things.
Do you guys, a question
Fair
for
enough.
you. Do you guys see Hot Toys like because the Batman was like one of their really hot releases? Do you see them like taking that figure and making an artisan version of it?
Well, if
Potentially?
InArt fucks it up, yeah.
You think Hot Toys is going to do that? They're going to look at how the release goes and then do Hot Toys rooted artisan Battinson?
If InArt messes it up, Hot Toys would smell blood in the water, and they'll be like, "Okay, let's do this." But no, if InArt doesn't mess it up, I don't think they will. That's what I think.
Fair point.
We can talk shit about InArt now because the whole crew is gone now. So
Oh, man.
They'll catch you on the replay, and they will comment. I'm just saying. Anyway, what about Dune 2? Let's talk about that for 2 hours. I'm actually loving the stream. It's so much fun.
So is anybody going to get anything from this potential list of possible figures?
oh, that's a good question.
Thank you. Professionalism, geez.
No.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
What? Anything?
it.
You'd probably get everything. Yeah. Okay. So,
Revan, Star Killer. It would be really hard to not get Fourth Sister, Fifth Brother. And then I would I'd probably have to pick up Reva. D-Lo absolutely would buy Reva. He's waiting for it to get her on a deal. I know it.
Oh yeah.
Riva? No.
Love her.
No.
Yeah, he is.
Never
D-Lo, so you would never get it even if you had all the other Inquisitors?
Platonic.
Yes, because she's not a real Inquisitor. She was made up for the show. She's no. I'm not getting woke sister.
D-Lo denies her existence.
No, she doesn't exist. Like she's not canon
Canon
to
now.
She's not.
Wait. Who are you talking about?
Reva.
Riva.
Okay, I don't mean to be rude. But
Here
I
we
have
go.
to call you.
She's not here.
Okay.
It's fine.
She's not here.
No. What is the definition of woke?
Woke? Oh God.
Don't get D-Lo
I get enough
I'm
shit as
asking
it
you
is.
because I know what it is.
I get enough shit as it is.
Okay, I don't want to watch you squirm because it's uncomfortable for everyone.
I'm
The
gonna put this
definition, the definition of woke is being socially alert to being alert to social injustice, in particular racism. That is literally the textbook definition of woke. But like, I think the word woke gets thrown around so much to the point where it's actually not the real thing.
It's a sarcastic woke.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a sarcastic
it is.
woke. Yeah, sarcastic woke. But I'm in agreement with you in the sense that her character wasn't good.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't well written.
It was
wasn't
cringeworthy.
like.
To be honest,
I think is I'm sure she's a fantastic actress.
Right, nothing against the actress. It's just the character had no place in this story.
we're not sending her direct messages or anything like that. Don't worry.
100%.
No one send her any DMs after the show.
I'm the one of the pack, man. For tonight, I'm one of the pack. I'm team.
You
DL.
are.
I completely get what you're saying.
You are. But hold on.
This whole thing though, I have to say that every time I was watching that fantastic fight, because one of the best parts about Kenobi were at the end when you actually got that, I'm not your failure, Obi-Wan, and that you got that beautiful cracked mask, and you got that scenic just surrounding, and that we all wanted to see that. But then they just interrupted it all because she wanted to kill a kid. There was no reason. It just,
where's Luke? Where's Luke?
What was her motivation? I just
stupid. Yeah,
Disney beat Disney.
I blame Disney in the show. I don't blame the actress here. Nothing against her, but
no, I agree.
Her presence is not needed in my collection. But the other two behind her, yes, 1,000% yes. I need them. So sneaky, yeah, dude, I'm good. She's not on this list for me here, so I just need the ones in the back. Okay, I hope that answers your question. And also Revan.
We'll see about that.
Revan as well. Revan. I don't want Star Killer. This is not. I've always, when I played the game, I always played the good side, the light side. So,
dude,
tells a lot about your personality, DLO.
I mean to do well, but I do bad things. Doesn't make me a bad person.
Very good. I think the only one that I would get is maybe if it was like a 2.0 Maul. Everything else, the Vader I'm already getting. I already have the best Emperor. I don't really need anything else. So, but I'm just a casual OT fan. So,
what do you know? Nothing.
No, you have enough prequel stuff. You went down that rabbit hole already. Shane, so you're going to get a Maul if it comes out, right?
Oh, I see what you did there.
I know you said that you're not like. I feel like you are probably. I feel like you're gonna like if a Maul is revealed though. Like at some point you're gonna dip into the prequels.
You know what?
I feel it in you. I can sense it because
that's just the dark side.
That was the one thing you brought up. You were like, if there was one thing you could get on this, then the one thing would be a Maul. So how come you don't want to just get that one thing?
You know what it was? It's a slippery slope. I'm very self-aware, and sometimes it's like, if I get one thing, I can see what you did with the full screen. It's not going to make me uncomfortable. I'm very confident in me. If I go into this one thing, I'm like, maybe I should just get this other thing. And if I have this beautiful Darth Maul with the blood fin that reminds me of that scene, because I actually love the Tatooine desert scene, well then obviously you're going to need to get a Qui-Gon Jinn, and he's Irish as well, and Liam Neeson, you're going to have to get that. So then, well, you're going to have to complete the trilogy. You're going to have to get the Obi-Wan, and well, with the 25th anniversary, they just so happen to have released the brand new Padawan Obi-Wan. So it's a very slippery slope. That's my point, which I don't want to allow myself down that path. Yeah.
Trying to be more cinematic.
Eternity late, and also, I don't want to give Jose G. Hernandez any more ammunition.
Wait, hold on a second, Shane. Let me get this straight.
Bring him in here.
You don't want to get one amazing figure that you want in fear of getting multiple amazing figures that you want?
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
Wow, man.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I get it.
I give you mad props, bro.
The thing is, though, like, I don't think it's not a catchphrase. When I say things like I pass on a lot of things I like to get the things I love, it's not a catchphrase. It's like I literally cannot afford all the beautiful things that I want.
With how you want to display your stuff.
But this is it, man. This whole one figure per shelf thing. It's
all on one shelf. Yeah, amazing looking.
And I've got 4 InArt Jokers. I don't need 4 Joaquin Phoenix psychopath. I'm actually literally slurring my words now. That's a little bit embarrassing.
Attaboy.
I don't need 4 of them.
Only took 3 hours.
Seconds and we hit the 3-hour mark, and that's all. That's all that matters.
I let the whole country down.
Shane,
you sound American right now. Come on, Shane.
Yeah.
My God,
Shane,
Tyler, get your shit together, bro.
I'm kind of surprised you don't want a Darth Maul like you love CCFLs. I'm kind of surprised you don't want like a double bladed CCFL.
Well, because it would cost as much as a figure.
I gotta say, no. Listen. Listen. As Denobi would say, I'm going there. Pepperidge Farm remembers. And I remember when you said you weren't into CCFLs, but you have been converted to the dark side.
Just
Steve.
one. Just one.
That's how it starts.
I did take the plunge.
And that's
How did you
why
know
I'm
this?
not getting one prequel.
Wow, you remembered. You've been listening.
You know, we spoke about it. You came on my show, and I was trying to convince you that CCFLs are the way to go, and they're beautiful.
They're so expensive,
and it might set my house on fire.
It
But
will
my
one
God,
day.
when I make the video on that, it'll get the clicks.
The tip of it still bothers me.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Just a tip. Just a tip.
There was no
So
way
bothers
Deal
me.
wasn't going to comment on that.
Come on, man. It's too easy. It's a layup.
Yeah, it's too easy. I know you gotta those CCFLs. They're amazing, man. They are amazing. They're amazing.
Let's talk about this really quick.
Yay.
Sneaker's going to sit this one out. He's never seen Back to the Future 2.
No way.
As disappointing as that is, I have no words. I don't even know what to say. So let's just carry on without him. What do we take
Steve,
from
you
this?
haven't seen this movie?
I've seen the first movie like a long time ago, but that's it.
No, he has not seen this movie.
I haven't seen this movie.
The best one.
Sad.
That's
Very sad.
debatable.
Shane is now chugging.
You better get
his
some
beer
hate in the
despair.
chat. 'Cause I got so
All
much
right.
hate for saying
We're gonna
that
do a poll.
Captain's
What's the
the
best, Back
here.
to the Future movie?
What's the best
And
one?
you guys, just talk about
The second
if
one.
you think we're getting reissues, 2.0s, and if you'll get them. I'm gonna run a poll here.
Well, for starters, it doesn't say Back to Future 2 anywhere there. It just says Back to the Future. I mean, so there's no guarantee. As much as I would like that to be the case, there's no
What the hell
guarantee.
is Retro Sapiens Part 2.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Where's somebody who follows
Well,
this
Toy
stuff?
Sapiens is like the store, so I think
Right,
it's just
everybody
like a
knows Toy
thing that-
Sapiens.
Yeah,
But I mean,
maybe they're
throwback
just-
line or something. I don't know. When was part one? What did I miss with the first one? Anybody know?
Do you mind if I make 2 solid points? Number
ahead.
one,
Only if they're
So,
super
can you-
solid.
they're super solid. Can you put West Michigan Collector's latest comment up on screen? Don't worry, this is not beef. That sounds like it's beef. It's not beef. It's a joke. Yep. I've watched this from the beginning. Shane is slowly getting toasted. I was toasted before I came on.
I'm glad the focus is on
Jokes on you,
now.
pal.
I was toasted
Yeah.
before it came
Sucker!
out.
I got you. And the second thing, I love Nick's collectibles comment. I was born yesterday because I love that. I love when someone's self-aware. Like, I'm young. I was born yesterday, and I've still seen these. Anyway, continue. I apologize.
Too solid, the man of his word. But yeah, does anybody know? Does anybody in the chat know what this Retro Sapiens Part 1 was? Can anybody help us with that there? Because I'm at a loss for words for that part. But the Back to the Future part. Do we think it is going to be just a Marty and Doc like we've been getting, or possibly maybe somebody else from the movies instead? I know Mars Toys is making a couple of figures from that line there. Is it possible? Ooh, rephrase that. Will we get something like that?
Hmm.
What do you think? What do you think? Anybody?
Sorry, I was in the chat.
I don't know. I don't think so. No. Is it possible? Yes, but are we going to? If I had to say yes or no, I don't think so.
So what do you think we're getting then, man?
I think we're gonna
That's
get.
exactly what I was going to ask Brick. Thank you, Dilo.
I think we're just gonna
Welcome.
get. I think we're gonna get 2.0s of Back to the Future 2,
Which would be
which would be Marty and I think we're gonna get a Doc. Yeah,
the yellow coat Doc.
that'd be good.
I
you go.
think people would be happy with that. I
Be
think
awesome.
Joao, Big Brother, would be
better
happy
head-
You know what
because he
would be
wouldn't have
funny?
to-
You know what would be really funny? 2.0 Back to the Future figures, but the Doc Brown has the same head sculpt.
with the holes in his face.
Yes.
Doc,
Same
one
exact-
More holes
eternity
better,
later.
baby. Let's go.
The joke's on us.
Oh, I
Total
love
flex that they do that again. It's like, yeah, we know you hate it, but buy it anyway.
And you'll still buy it.
You'll still buy it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really. I wasn't even gonna really share this because I didn't really know too much about it, but it's
Do
fun
it.
to speculate. But I mean, the most likely, obviously, is Back to the Future 2 figures because they just came out with Back to the Future 1 and they just came out with Back to the Future 3, so it makes the most sense to do reissues or 2.0s, in my opinion.
I mean, I'd be down if it was because I
What else
sold
could they do, really?
my Part 2 figures when I got my DeLorean because I was hoping that all these figures being released would be a sign that they would eventually re-release the 2s, and I don't know, maybe I was right. I was getting nervous there for a second. I was like, man, I'm really hoping they do reissues for these, and they didn't look like it for a while. So if they do make them, I'm buying them. So that's good. Yay for me, I guess.
One Adam 12 is joking. He says Artisan Einstein, but could you actually see like an Artisan Doc Brown?
No.
It would be really cool though.
I think they're just so limited with Artisan. I don't see them doing.
I agree. I don't think they'll do it on a Back to the Future figure, but it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Would be cool. Well, I guess we shall see on that there.
We shall see. Any other thoughts on this? Okay.
I think they're
That'll
going to
be
do
big.
the 2 that they've already done. I don't think you're going to get a Biff or whoever else.
No, I don't. I just don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's a line that it's a popular line, but it's not one that they'll expand on. I just don't see that happening. I think they'll just stick with what they've had and the DeLorean, Marty, and Doc, and that's it. You know. Do you guys see things any differently? Do you think they could do a Biff, or I just don't see it?
No, I don't think they're going to do a Biff. I think they're literally going to do this just so that Joao Big Brother doesn't have to watch people displaying their Back to the Future 2 DeLoreans with the Back to the Future 1 figure.
Oh yeah, he does.
That's me right there, baby.
That's me too, baby.
Right there.
I'm telling you. Yeah, nobody in the chat. There's 63 people still watching this crap. I'm telling you, man. There's no one in there's no one in the chat that could out super chat me. I'm just saying. Graham, there's no one that can do it.
Or drinky under the
I
table.
dare you.
So you're saying if I do 10, you'll do 15.
I'll do
We'll keep
11.
going.
11. Catch yourself
I think
on.
we should just keep going with the stream until either Shane or myself passes out from.
It's neck and neck here. I mean,
you
Shane's got the poker face, but you got that Wisconsin blood in you.
Oh yeah, we can drink, but so can the Irish. So
Well, the Irish are gonna
No, I'm actually.
That are
I'm on,
beat
the,
us every time.
I'm on the pink stuff now.
oh,
It's
that's
getting serious.
okay. That's the cue.
That's the
But
cue.
speaking
That's
of
the cue.
Shane drinking the pink stuff, we have a super chat from him again, and he says, I bet I could out super chat literally anyone in the chat.
I wonder when anyone actually take that bait. It's so on the nose.
Word.
Anyone going for 6? Going for 6.
I think everybody's looking at their payment plans on Sideshow and see if they can swing it.
I just can't do it.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for that, Shane. Thank you so much for staying
worries.
up late with us and being on the show tonight. I know it's the middle of the night. I know you're on holiday from work, but at the same time, I know it's not easy to just be up at this time of the day. So appreciate you, man. I'm gonna end this poll. Uh-oh. Somebody's up for the challenge.
We're trying to sign off, Justin. Come on, man.
Jesus Christ.
How you figure, Justin, with the $6 super chat, just got my tax refund. Let's do this, Shane. Thank you. Thank you for the super
Wait, what's
chat,
the convert?
Justin.
Wait, hold on. What's the conversion rate right now?
It's like 77 cents or something like that, right? 76.
Euros win.
Yeah, euros one.
That's true. Oh, yeah.
Five
You're
euros.
short,
$5 and no, €5 is $5.42. Barely beat it.
Either way, you guys are both.
checking.
very
We'll give it
generous.
to him.
I
We'll give it to
appreciate you guys.
Just checking.
Just checking. The poll. What is the best Back to the Future movie? We only had 24 votes, but 70% said 1, 16% said 3, and 12% said 2. I actually like 3. I think it's underrated.
3's great, but it's not as
I've
good
never
as the other
seen
one.
3.
You never. What is with you guys? Why am I learning this live on air when I see you guys?
Nobody ever talks about 3 unless we're talking these figures.
Doesn't
Nobody
mean it's
ever
not
brings
worth
it.
your time.
I still like
still good. 3's still good.
Yeah.
I actually like the lady from 3 as well. It's funny, she always seemed like old, but she was still kind of attractive. That woman.
She was in Step Brothers too.
Step
And
Brothers,
Elf.
yeah. But she doesn't age. I always thought she was kind of like an elegant looking older woman. Like,
MILF.
I don't
She's
see
the mom
age.
from Elf, right?
Like
lightly.
I
like
was
a
trying to be
right?
kind of, you know,
Who's Zaddy?
I was trying to conduct myself with a bit of decorum, but you know, so, yeah, but she's
All right, you missed a doozy. You missed.
Yeah, we
a
got
doozy.
Riley in the house. You missed some good InArt talk. I'd be curious to see what side of the fence that Riley is on, because it was literally 50-50 people that were alarmed about the Batman and people that weren't worried. So
Figure the year in his comment. I mean, pretty much tells you.
right. How you figure says awesome stream. Great seeing Shane on. Great dude.
he's all right.
Has a name.
Oh, it's fantastic. This is a new favorite for me. I love this. Great episode, guys.
That's a myth.
Shane, we didn't hit 100 today, but I still think you are a good luck charm. We hit 97 viewers in the chat at one point.
They're good numbers, man. They're good numbers, man.
It was a lot of fun. It was good to go back and forth with the chat. It was good to have the chat just kind of, again, doing what they do each and every week. Just a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and talking about this hobby that we all love. And we're here well over 3 hours, so I do think we're going to call it a night. Shane, is there anything that you want to plug on your channel really quick?
I'd like to start a 4-hour discussion about. No, there's
I'm
nothing.
gonna pour myself another drink.
There's nothing really. We had KG Collector on last night. We're doing reissues of Visions 2.0s.
He's all grown up.
Man, that guy's jacked, man. He's when I started chatting to him, he was actually the first person I ever had on Visions about 2 years ago, and he was so young, like, and now he's got the facial hair, and you see him in the gym. He's putting on that lean muscle, man. He's a good guy. He's an absolute gentleman. But you obviously kickstarted. You were the first person I had on Visions for a second time, and he was the second, and we got Mario on. I know Dan 6 Scale Reviews want to come on. He's actually talking about visiting Dublin in September, which would be great to meet him in person. In the same way I met Calvin in person. Yeah, look, nothing really to plug in the channel, to be honest. I really enjoyed tonight's stream. I know
It was a lot of fun with all of you.
I know what you're saying. You're fucking wrap it up, Shane. Wrap it up.
No, it's all good, man. I'm gonna be fucking tired tomorrow either way. So
I like a nice loose stream. I don't get to be as loose in my own channel because the students I teach have found the channel. So
you know, we pride ourselves on obviously being entertaining and having good content, but just being loose and hanging out and being one with the chat. And I think having each and every time our guests can come on, I hope that they feel like this is where they can let their hair down, figuratively. And
you're the right type of loose, man. You kind of you let it loose enough that it's good. I have nothing to plug. Follow my channel so I can buy a yacht.
All right.
No, not that.
Yes, make sure you guys do subscribe to 16 Figure Focus as well as the fellows on the panel here. We have all the links in the description below. And let's go to Brick here. What's going on in your world, Brick?
I guess the only thing I really want to plug is Beagle 6 every first and third Mondays, 8:30 Central Time. Been a lot of fun doing that lately. We have Battle Damage Flavio back in the house, so that was a fun episode last Monday. And it is. But next episode we're gonna have Low-Key Collector and Aaron Collects, so it's gonna be a great show. So come join us on the 15th. Okay.
Very good, Brick. I'm just trying to hold it together with X-Man's comment.
X-Man's a gem. You can always count on X-Men from at least one or
This
two.
is the type of comment I would block on mine. And I love Dave. He's a great guy. Yeah.
We got his name.
Actually, Graham, I have a question for you. A random question that won't take 2 hours.
We got some drink. It's okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry to Steve is like, geez, this guy's still talking. I can't believe
No,
it.
dude, I love it. Keep going.
Big smile.
You need
we
to
go
come
to
to
4
Ireland, man.
Can we go to 4 hours?
This is called a
I
lock-in.
can't.
This is called
Shane,
a
I'm
lock-in.
off
Three of you guys,
I'm off
three of you
tomorrow,
guys
Shane.
don't have to work tomorrow. Too.
I got a
Shane,
tomorrow.
please.
Tomorrow.
Please carry us to 4 hours. I would love it.
I can't.
I can do
Talk
it.
about InArt again.
Hey,
Continue.
give us the keys.
Let's just roll that.
This is
Graham,
for the
give us
second
the-
round
give
of
us the
viewers.
keys.
Second round.
Okay, with the whole Visions 2.0s where I'm re-inviting people I've previously just had a chat with. I always love the idea of doing like inverted visions, where I ask 3 people that I stream with regularly to come on and interview me, and they get to put me in the hotspot, and they get to put me ask me about the past, the present, and the future, my collecting journey, but also ask me awkward questions. Would you have any interest in being one of those panel members?
It sounds like a lot of work, but I've been drinking.
All you got to do is take the
Everything
piss out of
sounds
me
like a
for
lot
like
of
a
work
half
right
an
now.
hour to 2 hours, like, you know. So yeah.
No, I think it's interesting. I'd be interested in that.
Okay.
Would you have one person do the past, the other do the present?
Something like that, but you could kind of like collaborate behind the scenes and go, okay, what questions would he not want to get asked? Let's ask him them once.
Do you really
be a bit
love
of
your
fun.
Bloodleadens?
No. No, yeah, absolutely. But they're the type of questions you want to get asked. Yeah.
You should do it. You should do a take the piss segment.
Take the
100%. But this is the whole. I think the whole hour and a half should be
The good
take the
type
piss.
of
I think like a bit of a roast.
Take
Like,
the
you know what
piss.
I mean? Yeah. Tell us about your contract with Toys Wonderland. I can't go into any details. Sorry.
Send my
myself in.
application in. Fingers crossed.
Oh man, yeah, I know we're all like battling each other on the Wolfpack to see if who's going to be the next Wolfpack person on Toys Wonderland. You know, but see,
Come on.
come on, Toys, call me.
Come on.
All right, we did break here. Sneaker, what do you got going on here?
Oh boy, what
Plug.
do I got going on? I did finally get my Batman, so I'm probably gonna do a review of the Batman just for fun, just to do it. People have been asking me and keep saying looking forward to your review by multiple people, so I'm probably gonna do it for the sake of the people who are interested. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do. I was kind of waiting to get my Batman in so I could do a Jazz Inc. Batmobile review, so I could include the Batman stuff in there because I wanted to put that in with some of the visuals and stuff with the Batmobile. So I'm going to do that as well. So a long weekend, I'm probably going to work on some of that stuff. And then Friday, I'm going to be doing a stream. Sneak peek will be back Friday night, probably 7:45, 8 o'clock Central-ish time for a solo show on Friday night. Probably won't be too long, but yeah, you guys can tune in Friday night if you want to hear me talk about some fun stuff. And I'll be covering any releases or any announcements if they happen between right when we end the show, which will probably happen, and Friday. So yeah, tune into the show. And also, if you're looking for any older figures, Underground Figures has some stuff in stock that they're trying to get rid of, 15% off, and you can get 10% back in store credit. Just check out my Instagram. You can see some stuff if you're looking for old TMS figures and some older MMS figures. So yeah, check out my Instagram. There's details in the story and on my page for that. That's it.
Very good. Before we get to DLO, our second longest stream was 3 hours, 17 minutes, and 44 seconds. That was 7 months ago when we talked about Gandalf. Our
Irony.
longest stream was 3 months ago when we ranked all of the figures released in 2023, and that was 4 hours, 2
Good show.
minutes, and 47 seconds.
We all got hammered that night. That was a good show.
That one was fun.
Yeah,
was
That was good.
that was
fun.
That was definitely
So-
a great one.
So we have, this is now our second longest stream. So thank you to Shane for being a part of that. I don't think we're gonna hit the longest one though. So
Yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah.
Some other day, but
Some other day.
all right, DLO, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, I'm back, baby. I passed all my exams. I'm good to go. I can get back to contenting. So, yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna wrap up the Vanty video with special dedication to my boy EvilSneaker. Looking forward to dropping that one soon. Start working on some of the other ones. I got some stuff coming in here. I just picked up the Batman. What do they call it? The Bat Cycle, I guess, for the Batman. Is that the actual term for it? Bat Cycle?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Right there. I got the what you call it? The Bat Signal on the way, and who knows when my Batman will come in. But I just ordered those from Pop Culture because they had a sweet deal going on. So took advantage of that. So when that comes in, I think I'm just going to do my own Batman there. Not to shout out my boy there, Sneaks.
Hey.
But yeah, I'll start getting on some more contact with you guys real soon. I'll start working on that tomorrow and a little bit over the weekend. Squeeze it in between WrestleMania time and let's see, this week. So yeah, I'm going to be on Man of Hot Collectibles channel this upcoming Friday, 8 Eastern. I'm going to be on his panel for his show this week. So if you want to catch up on any crazy thoughts that I might have, you can find me there this week on Friday.
Sounds good. I appreciate you guys all being on. My channel, gosh, I came out with a bunch of videos, the Blalidans, the Maju Space Mono. And last week I really didn't put out a video. So I'm thinking of trying to do something this week. So hopefully I have time to do that because I definitely don't want to go 2 weeks without something. But it might be my my Hot Toys, my top 5 Hot Toys pairings that I've been thinking about doing. So stay tuned for that. Outside of that, we'll be back next week. We got some guests coming up this month, so stay tuned for that. But this was a hell of a good show. Appreciate Shane taking the time to be here and the Wolfpack doing what they do to make this show probably one of the best, if not the best stream out there.
The best on Wednesdays.
It's the best on Wednesdays?
Best on Wednesdays.
Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I mean, we still have 59 in the chat right now. We've been going for almost 3.5 hours. So you guys are diehards. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon. Good night, everybody. Wolfpack.
Sweet.
Out. Too sweet. Keep on breaking, motherfuckers. Ah.